All right, so last week, the real basic overview and recap is that you guys first sent Libra into Percy's memories, into Percy's QED, to try and see if she could dig anything out, and she was quite successful. She's better at navigating Percy's memories than he is. Um, she came out with a little bit of contrary news to the opinion and consensus that had been forming about Trail, and you guys went forward, planned an ambush at a neutral site, invited him over, and had a nice chat. Nobody blew up, nobody got shot. The tube was handed over without any fuss or haggling. Overall, a very quiet and peaceful experience. Maybe even a little bit. What's a good word for that here? Enlightening. And
Dennis, there was a little bit of haggling. We got him to cover Elise's ass with whoever it was that hired him.
Yeah, that's true. There was a little bit of negotiation. And then you all went your own separate ways.
And also he offered Percy 300,000 credits if he joins back up with Trail Mix.
He did. So, what was your highlight of that, Viral?
I think it was just...
I was gonna joke about the Twitch thing. I gave you my highlight, which is the whole thing.
Yeah. Part of me, for comedic effect, just wants to say that it was actually getting some of Percy's memories out of the damn QED. But no, I do think that my highlight was just like being able to navigate the conversation with Trail safely, and like while playing as Percy, realizing, hey, Percy actually likes this guy, and being able to find a non-violent conclusion. As strange as that is for me to say.
Yeah, like what's Percy doing, finding non-violent conclusions to things?
What's Viral doing, finding non-violent conclusions?
So I told several of my friends about this session afterwards, and none of them believed me until I went into more detail.
You didn't shoot them all?
Yeah, I was like,
and you had a what gun?
Like, would you believe me if I told you that I found a non-violent solution to what was meant to be a boss fight? Nope, no way. Are you kidding me? No, not happening. You what?
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Anyone else have personal highlights of last session? All right, I am not going to belabor the moment. Let's go ahead and bring up a loading page. So I see we've updated to sessions without near party wipe 15. And sessions without trail. Now what's that going to signify?
I don't know, I guess
how long since we saw Trail?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Or heard about what he was doing, or flashed over to what he's doing, or etc. You get the idea.
Okay.
So I guess sessions since Trail was relevant in some way.
Ooh, that's a harsh way to put it. It's been a long time since he's been relevant.
He was relevant last session. We nearly killed him.
Yeah. Relevant for the story that we're currently telling.
There you go. Let's not do him dirty like that.
Weren't you the one that was advocating for blowing him up the strongest?
Okay. First of all, that was Elise, not me. Right? We're not in character.
Okay,
yet.
fair.
I quite like Trail. I think he's a cool dude. You know.
Yeah, same.
From one cool dude to another. Elise thinks he should die in a fire. There's a very big difference there.
And he's doing the right thing by keeping a support system around him to keep him from sliding back.
You know, he's got people to keep him honest, to keep him on the up and up, and to keep him focused on the job of getting money. Just so happens that how he gets money is by, like, you know, working against the interests of my character, but that's fine.
Yeah. I mean,
Is it
he's
bad?
paid to do a job. He's just doing his job.
You know what?
Yeah.
I trust him more than the rest of his support crew put together.
He's just doing his job. Oh no, don't say it like that.
Oh no! Oh god, I just realized. No, don't say it like that.
I mean, are y'all associating that with just following orders, or
Yeah, okay.
that's a different? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
I think the intent there was he took a job and was trying to see the job that he had taken through.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than being a pirate where he didn't follow any rules.
Mm.
Speaking
I
of
mean, you
which,
have to admit it's a step up, but he's only killing the one target as opposed to just slaughtering a ship full of people for money.
Let's see. It's just for the greater good.
Oh no! This is getting worse and worse. Can we just start the session already?
Session has started. This is all session.
I don't think it's gonna get any better now.
Okay, so it turns out that Elise and Doug are, well, I'm not going to say it on stream, but
That was.
nah, jokes and racism aside though, where did we leave off the end of last session?
We actually left.
We
Believe
were doing
I
jumps,
put
right?
you right at the edge. Yeah. And oh, one moment here. Yeah, because we wanted to give you time for in drill roleplay. We are going to have a few things that happen within the drill, because I feel like there's been some pretty major events that could certainly be explored.
I'd say.
Mm.
And I am brain lagging. Yes, second.
Processing.
Processing exactly.
Loading, please wait.
Natario initiates the drill, gets to the edge of the system, and I apparently can't do two things at once. So let me just do this real quick. Never gets to the edge of the system and starts you heading into metaspace. Wow, the fog is real. I'm so sorry, guys. All right, let me reorient myself. Natario gets you to the edge of the system and hits the yellow alert. You're about to enter drill space. Everyone should be couched and safe for.
God damn it! Did someone open the fridge again?
No, we fixed that, didn't we?
You fixed that.
Yeah, we fixed that.
Yep. And in fact, I'm going to say that
we fixed the fridge.
Kawana is near Percy when he says that, and her eyes go wide. She shakes her head. No, that's been fixed.
We may have fixed the fridge, but we haven't fixed the joke.
It's not a joke. That was traumatic.
Percy just sort of shrugs a little bit.
She can't hold a straight face and breaks into laughter. Yeah, the drill initiates smoothly, and you do have a 6-day journey, I believe it was, out to March, arriving on the 4th of January. Now,
do we?
No, you know what, I've got to write down. I had actually,
my notes say the 4th of January was a while back. Yeah. 12th makes sense with my notes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the meeting with Trail was on the 5th, I think.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is we went back in time?
Yeah, we'd have to time travel to get her on the 4th.
Or just go really, really slowly and arrive on the 4th of next year.
No. There's definitely no fiddling about with time travel.
Mm.
I mean, that could just be that could be some really bad rolls on the drill, though, right? Like really bad rolls on the drill.
I mean, at this point, we are already several months late for wherever we were heading before we lost our memories. So
That's true. Notori reports that everything at this edge, at this side of the drill, is going smoothly. Of course, if there were any miscalculations, you don't usually know immediately. It's only the absolute worst of events that causes a mishap right when you start to drill. And a couple days go by. Percy has his conversation with Libra.
Yeah, that was on the first day of the drill, or the first day after trail mix.
Okay.
On the first day of the drill.
And on the second day of drill, did you call it drill mix? Drillmas.
Oh. Yeah.
On the second day of drillmas, Kawana is asking for Das's help with something.
Okay. Yeah, Das will go and see what's going on there.
You're being roped into friendship shenanigans.
Yep.
You are. Kawana.
Falling right for their trap.
She's in the galley and she looks over at Das. She's unfortunately and apparently she's been cooking something.
Okay.
And looks over as Das comes in. Has everything been okay?
Kinda.
Because it feels like a lot of the crew have been kind of down for a little while.
Yeah.
What happened?
We looked back.
What does that mean? You looked back. The crew at large do not know about the QED still.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's just Notario and Kawana. Oh, I guess Dima.
Dima. If we're counting him.
Yeah.
We don't have much crew to go around, so same
Indeed. Yeah. It's actually like basically half the crew that's not the party actually already knows, but
that's true.
Yeah. Which means about 3/4 of the crew knows.
Yeah.
Which really makes it worse that there's like two people that don't know.
Yeah, we should probably tell them, shouldn't we?
Is it 2? No, it's 3. It's 3. Kawana, Dima, and Notario. Yeah.
We should probably tell them, shouldn't we?
We should probably tell them at some point, yeah. And I think Das is going to do that for Kawana here.
Seems like that's being forced out now.
Indeed. Yeah. We, do you remember the box that I had? That I was always
You're
fiddling
always
with?
playing with it? Where did it go?
Oh, yeah. Well, it doesn't really matter where it went, but ignore that. That's not the important thing. It's well, inside it was, I guess, us, the old us.
Her eyebrows furrow. I don't understand. Like, a journal, a diary?
Man,
she really is going to wring it out of you, isn't she?
Kind of. It's more intense than that, I guess. It's more
mouth
something. Yeah, something that Trin made. Some device that has the actual memories.
Oh.
And we see them from our own perspective.
And Dad talked about the Trin, their invention.
Yeah. I think he'd have said, "Don't look." Acid said, "Don't look." we all did though.
Oh. But why is that made everyone sad?
I guess you never really knew us before. The real us, I mean, not what we showed to the world.
Well, so is this all of you?
How do you mean, all of us?
Well, just I don't see anyone. Everyone looks upset. Libra's upset. Acid's, I guess she's just always like that. You're down. Elisa's just like a boiling storm. Even Doug, his guitar doesn't seem as happy.
Yeah, it's not everyone, just the ones that didn't know who we were. I guess we know now.
Oh. Well, this isn't at all what I expected. I tried making a cake for Elise. You can see that there's only pots on the stove.
Interesting.
And I didn't know there was a difference between a pot and a pan. I do now. I also kind of mixed it all together, so it's like a cake casserole.
Cake roll.
I try it once.
Yeah.
But
I think with where Das is, she's gonna go and start looking at what Koana's done and try and work out a way to make this work. Like there will be a way to make this work, and Das and Koana together will find it.
Well, when she says cake casserole, casserole, you think of like you've put whole things together and they make a soup without water, right? Or a salad with more than just vegetables. What she's done is made a cake smoothie.
Okay.
Or there's got to be some other non-drink term for it, because it's definitely not a drink either.
Puree?
A what?
Puree?
Not quite that much. Not quite that much. There are still some chunks of actual like little cake bits that haven't been completely blended.
Okay. So So a paste probably isn't applicable either.
No. But I think you get the picture of the consistency
Yeah.
there. And
Yeah.
so she bounces up next to Das and says, "No, it's try it. It's great. But what I want to do is empty out an MRE and like save it so that she doesn't get mad I'm wasting her MREs, and then put the cake into an MRE and seal it back up."
Oh yes. Yes. This. Yes, we're doing this.
And you can truly say it's more ready for release.
Yeah.
But I
Meal
made
replaced for Elise.
there is, by the way, definitely way more than will fit into an MRE.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, so save the rest of it for later.
Yeah.
Or just do multiple MREs.
And she says, and I suppose since everyone else is kind of down, maybe we can just have cake casserole for dinner tonight.
Could do, yeah. Let's go.
So I'm there we go, that's what I want. I'm gathering that Das is going to help her figure out how to remove the contents of an MRE without spoiling what was inside.
Yes.
Clean it out so that we don't get cake casserole beef stew.
Yes. And then somehow reseal it so it doesn't look like that's been done.
Exactly. Yeah. So with that in mind, what kind of role you think that would be?
I don't know.
Work.
Some sort of intelligence role, I feel.
Definitely
Yeah,
intelligence.
work might work for the cooking side.
Well, she's done that part.
Yeah, she has.
I'm ready to default to just fix for the technical side of getting the MRE open and resealed.
I could see no working as well for like having an idea of what to do.
Well, you could.
Yeah.
What was the suggestion?
No.
Oh yeah, definitely. No, could also apply there for a little bit of knowledge of how MREs are supposed to work. Why don't you go ahead and roll that? Thanks, Viral.
Alternatively, if you're I was just gonna say, alternatively, unless you're just trying to force it into the thing, you could roll punch.
Somehow I don't think that one will go well. Yeah. Okay. Does it have to be no, or can I do fix?
Let's start with a no, because I do think that
Okay.
MREs are
Do both,
specialized
maybe.
enough, and you could just substitute shoot for that if you wanted.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I didn't think so
like
either.
it's the same modifier as with intelligence, but yeah, we'll do the no.
All right. Yeah, I think Das is familiar enough with the internal mechanics of future MREs. You know, current MREs are still just it's a bag, but future MREs have self-heating elements and they do things to the food.
Warm bag, got it.
So you'll probably want to. Well, you help Kawana decide. Do you want to heat the current MRE, the one that's being replaced, before removing it, just to make sure that it gets its additional cooking, or do you think that's safe? I'm actually leaving that decision to you as you, Ginja.
I mean, if the cake's not going to need it, then it's probably better to do it on what's in there already.
That's a good point, just to make sure that the cake doesn't accidentally get cooked again.
Yeah.
Turned into toast.
Yeah.
Cake toast.
Cake casserole toast. Interesting. We are really breaking new culinary ground here, aren't we?
We really are. I don't know what we're
Making
making.
something all right.
Yeah. Yeah. We might be breaking the digestive system of everyone on the ship. But...
So you're using Elisa's patient zero when she's already down. God.
Yes. Yes. All right. And it's not really necessary, but let's just see how well a I'm gonna forgo the fix because I know that Das, with having knowledge of the MRE, can figure out something in the workshop that will get this resealed and look like it's working, but that the heating element just broke.
Right.
So why don't you roll me a int sneak to see how well she can disguise the various
Ooh,
manipulations.
I like it. Yeah. 12.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Koan is very happy with the result. She takes out another MRE and you compare the two. She actually put the little dot with a Sharpie on one corner just so that you know you can
So
identify
that
it.
we can work out which one it is because it's that good. Yeah.
Yep.
Clever girl.
And they look so similar, completely untampered. And she is giddy, and she wants to. She can't wait. She wants to take this to Elise right now.
Why do I feel like I'm about to get
I
poisoned?
don't think so. I think we put it at the very front of Elise's stack of MREs so that it's very clearly like the next one to be eaten. And then we just sit and wait.
But how will we know when she eats next?
Well, we'll be waiting. We'll be sitting in the.
So, like a surprise party too?
Yeah, why not?
Surprise party for everyone. We'll say it's a special night Koana cooking. Koana and Daphne cooking.
I think at least it's precog.
No, you've done the cooking here.
She if Das lets her, she is going to rope Das into making more preparations so that everyone is being celebrated.
Yeah, if she tries to get Das to get involved to do stuff, Das will do it.
Yep, she does.
Surely Elisa's only precog will only pop if it's actually going to poison her.
Probably.
If
I don't think a surprise cake is dangerous enough to trigger her psychic abilities.
there will be no knives involved.
Yeah.
This cake does not have to be cut.
Indeed.
Hey, it's actually the perfect cake for Elise then. Koana's a genius.
All right, so Das and Koana go about preparing a little bit something extra. You know, she's not like wanting to make a full-blown party, but she does want to create some kind of atmosphere and event of celebrating everyone, and the cake that she made being like the meal. Does Das tell her that that's not really, you can't really eat that as just a plain meal? I will say that it's starting to become clear to Das that she is laboring under that misconception. She's not just being blonde or ditzy. This seems to be something that makes sense to her.
Yeah.
You're thinking really hard about whether to tell her.
I'm thinking Das has definitely like figured out that this is a problem. It's whether Das is in the right state of mind to do anything about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think she'd sort of probe at it? Like ask what's actually in this?
Sure. She has she has pulled up a cake recipe and made a cake. She just didn't really have all the right tools because she doesn't know what all the right tools are, and she took the initiative instead of spending more time in research.
Right.
So she's effectively made a cake. It's not poisonous. There's nothing terribly harmful in it. It even seems to have the right ingredients.
Oh wow.
Oh, bless you. The misperception here is that
Yeah.
she thinks it's a perfectly healthy, fine meal.
Yeah.
Cake for dinner is a noble tradition of sad people.
Yeah. And one day ain't gonna kill us.
Okay.
I just maybe mention it later.
Yeah.
All right. Then a small selection of fizzy alcoholic beverages are brought out of stores. Cake casserole is prepared for everyone, and this is gonna be the next crew galley meal, right? As prepared by Kwan and Das. Almost called her Doss. That would be a downgrade. And that's what is broadcast, is that Koana and Das prepare the evening's dinner.
I have a scene in mind, and I'm not sure whether I should put it before or after the dinner. Do you mind if I slip it in before, just so that?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
So that it can cheer her up afterwards, if necessary. Yeah. So, Elise has a knock on the door.
Elise isn't in the room.
God damn it.
She's in the rec room playing piano.
Fair. Okay. In that case, I'll leave it. She's busy.
Wait, hold up. Did you say you leave because she's busy, or what?
Yeah, I said in that case I'll leave it because she's busy. I'll try again later.
Okay. Okay, cool. Just making sure I understood.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So yeah, I guess fast forward to that.
All right, sure. There are as you would have on a larger ship, there are kind of designated eating times so that a cook would only be actually preparing for one time instead of just having food constantly out and available. Big military ships are not a buffet. At least I don't think so. I've never actually been on one, but I don't think that's how they work. You eat when you get to eat. And I imagine it's probably an established routine by now that Elise ignores whatever has been cooked by whoever has cooked it and gets an MRE and sits down and eats that. Right, Jackal?
Sure.
I'm pretty sure you said that one point.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, I
when we were
remember
making
that.
like whatever those fucking weird ass bug creatures were.
Well,
Look,
now
we didn't
you
have food, okay?
at least even if she hasn't done that the entire time, She has done it for the odd meals, and this time she knows that Kawana and Thas are cooking.
She's definitely done it for all the odd meals, and she's definitely done it when she's upset, because the MRE is now the comfort food, right? You know, some people when they're upset they get fast food. When Elise is upset, she gets an MRE.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, you may have made things worse.
Yeah,
Oh, God, yeah.
I realized this and still decided that this is what Kawana would do.
I mean, there's no way it would
Yeah,
backfire,
Kwana doesn't
right?
know that. Kwana doesn't know that, and besides, they still have the original meal. They can give her that too.
Yeah.
Yes. And so Kawana, as the crew that are able to come and eat at this time, we'll say that Libra helms the nav console or the pilot's chair while Notario is eating, or whoever the pilot is eating, so that everyone can just gather and eat at the same time. Kawana makes a little bit of a display of the food not being quite ready yet. She is Das would know that she is trying to make it so that Elise is the first one to get food and open it and start eating it with the prepackaged fork. Does that go according to Kawana's plan, Jackal?
I guess.
Does anybody think that Kawana's think anything of Kawana acting a little bit weird?
Probably not.
It has been kind of an oddball at times.
Elise is just chalking this up to. She's probably excited because she cooked or something like that. She's just like on fucking sky high.
Yeah,
Which-
that's probably more or less where Percy's heads at as well.
Which is ironically quite true.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
No, well, let's not interrupt her excitement or anything.
And Kawana tries her absolute damnedest not to stare at Elise as she takes the MRE back, the marked MRE.
Is she successful at not staring?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Is she successful at staring? Not staring?
Let's see. Let me pull up Kawana's sheet here. And yeah, I would say just barely.
Hey, by Kwana standards, it's an improvement. Good on you, girl.
Now, can I notice that she's trying her best not to stare at me?
You certainly
No,
can
because she's not
roll.
staring.
You have to beat a 7. Well, match or
Wisdom,
beat.
charisma. I just rolled it with wisdom.
That's
Oh, shit. I think it
fine. The
matters.
dice alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got my MREM in the corner. I'm staring at Kawana, who's like trying to avoid eye contact.
Yeah, it's definitely worse than that. She's doing that thing where she's looking away, but she looks over and she sees Elise looking at her, so she looks away.
Yeah. It feels like Kwana's just trying to be a wee ray of sunshine all the time, and we just basically use her as a comedic chew toy.
Poor Kawana.
When I open it up, does it look normal?
Define normal.
Like, you know, you open up an MRE and it's got like the multitude of different pouches that have all the different food inside the pouch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's got all the pouches, it's got the main entree and like the crackers and stuff like that, right?
I actually thought that the MREs were just a single goulash that you open up and it slides out, because that's the
No,
MREs that I used
no.
to eat.
Hmm.
Uh,
Fair enough.
let me
Well,
In that
let me
case,
see if I can.
there's a 12-inch sneak to make it look like it should
Yes.
look like.
Yeah, I
So
was gonna.
whatever it should look like,
Mhm.
12-inch sneak to get there.
That is
I swear-
essentially what an MRE is. That's what's inside of an MRE, right? There's the thing with the
Oh,
cracker
wow.
inside of it, and then there's your main entree, the little pouch to put the water in. They got like little
Yeah.
drink pack.
That is way different than what I had. We had it was a little plastic rectangle. I'm not even sure if it was plastic, but it was just one pouch. And it had the chili mac and cheese in it, or I can't even remember what else was in it, but there was nothing
Yes.
hard inside of it. You could use it as a pillow. Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm sure there's plenty of other like MRE variants and stuff like that, but that's the one that I'm familiar with.
Well, the question is,
Not-
what one is
not-
the least
not-
familiar with?
I was always assuming it was like this.
Yeah, I actually think that is probably more like it
Hmm.
in the
You know, it's a
future.
big pouch, and it's got like your spoon, your salt, your little moist towelette to wash your hands.
Yeah.
I imagine that that's going to have taken one of these and just filled all the pouches with cake.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
all-
yeah,
all the
it looks
pouches.
normal. You could certainly roll a wisdom notice check if you want to try and have Elise see that something's different about it. The difficulty
Would
of
she
that
have
one is
reason-
12.
Would
Would-
you have reason to suspect?
Well, it could be passive.
I think what's more pressing because I'm gonna go through the pouches right as per normal. But would getting to the pouch and about to open the tampered one trigger terminal reflection? I'm about to be
Oh,
exposed to
you
some
say,
sort of unexpected danger.
It
you
does
say the
not.
tampered one like there's only one. All of the food in this MRE is cake.
Oh god! If that doesn't trigger, then Elise has just opening up the pouch.
Yeah, no, it doesn't trigger.
And like, open up the crackers and the cheese spread and cake.
That one's a little bit weird because it doesn't feel like the crackers are solid anymore. But, you know, decompression and compression accidents happen and shatter all the crackers inside these pouches sometimes, right? That can happen.
Why is there purple on the bag? Is it moldy? That's still okay. Whatever. I'll open up the lovely pouch of diced pears and heavy syrup. Why is
It's
it
also
cake?
cake.
Koana cannot contain herself anymore. She is literally watching Elise and bouncing in her spot.
Elise, you know, she got like the tray in front of her. She's just dumping the cake out and the various pouches onto the
Aw.
tray, one by one, until finally she opens the very last thing, the iodized salt, a little bit of cake slides out of it.
All right.
Maybe some sprinkles, just like
Yep. Those are just
Okay.
sugar sprinkles.
yeah. And then the
Better
moist
not.
towelette.
That one probably is as it was.
That's the only one that has this.
Yeah,
No,
basically
I should-
any of the pouches that had something edible have been replaced.
Yeah.
See, I feel like the pouch for the toilet should have been cake as well.
It could have been. It could have been.
So you got like an assortment of like mashed cake just in the middle, kind of looking like that wonderful Salisbury steak in the Navy photo just above.
Koana
Mounted there, right?
Yeah.
Koana rushes over. She sits down. It's all smiles. I thought you could use a pick-me-up. And I
Elise
wanna-
picks up the spoon. Looks at the cake, grabs a spoonful. The hand is shaking.
Oh no.
He looks over at Kona. This had better taste good, or the rest of this tray is going on your face.
Whoa!
She looks confused and surprised and happy and scared.
Yeah, it sounds about the right mixture of emotions to be feeling about Elise, honestly.
Yeah.
There's a deep breath and then a first bite. How's the cake?
It tastes good. I mean, as long as it's a cake type that Elise likes, and
What is the cake type? You made the cake. Come on.
we'll go with
Fingers
vanilla vanilla cake. You know, regular plain white cake. With kind of a cream cheese frosting. And what do you think, Inja? I think
I'm not Ginger. I'm not Ginger, but I feel like the frosting is the same consistency as the rest of the cake.
It's all mashed together at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
with whipped cream layers. Parfait. It's like a poorly blended parfait.
Ah.
So
Okay.
you know, it wasn't blended. Everything isn't completely perfectly blended together. There are differences in consistency depending on how you pile it onto your spoon. But all the components, if she had made a cake properly, would make for a perfectly good cake with white cake, cream cheese frosting, and that kind of whipped cream between the layers.
So it's basically a deconstructed vanilla cake.
Yeah. I love that the music just did this really intense, like, sting right there. And I will modify that if you say that that's something those are flavors that Elise doesn't like. I will modify it as long as there's been opportunity for Kawana to have paid attention to Elise not liking those kind of flavors.
Well, I think when we were on Henry Station, I described that Elise doesn't like very flavorful food.
Ah, okay. Kawana has followed the recipe.
Which is exactly why I think she likes the MREs for comfort food. There's nothing complex about them. It's just nutrition.
Yeah. Well, this
I mean,
also isn't complex, but it's not nutrition.
When you think about it, like a deconstructed cake is actually the perfect thing then, because it's all fairly consistent consistency.
Yeah,
It's reasonably inoffensive flavor.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even need to put thought into like crunching crackers versus cutting up steak or whatever. Just slurp.
Yeah, but that's fair. That's fair.
Yep,
There was a look of disgust when she first took a bite, but that has subsided, and now it's just okay, it's passable.
I put it in the MRE because you like MRE so much.
Please don't do this again.
And don't worry, I saved the normal MRE stuff. It's in a bag in the fridge. Just in case you hated it.
No, it's okay.
She's trying so hard.
Please don't do this again.
She tries to put on.
If you want to give me cake, why don't you can just give it to me.
But you don't eat anything but MREs. That's clearly not true, by the way. You've already clarified that is not true.
But it's true to it's true to her.
I think I'm gonna regret saying this, but Elise is gonna. Oh, Kona's right there, right?
Yes, she is.
She's
God, you're
she's
gonna
gonna put a hand on Kona's shoulder, get her full attention.
Oh no.
Listen, all right. I like you. I appreciate the gesture here. Do not touch my food.
I'm gonna go ahead and I know how I would my gut is saying she reacts, but let's go ahead and randomize it. I'll take you guys over to the ship screen.
I'll be honest. I was expecting you to put your hand on her shoulder and give her a tiny compliment, and she would hit the ceiling with delight.
You see, I chose my words very carefully. I'm like, I love you, but don't touch my food.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't want to set a precedent.
Yeah, you can't set a precedent. I'm drawing. I don't know. The smallest line in the concrete, right?
Okay.
Oh, positive reaction.
there was a big bonus, a modifier to that. A big modifier.
True.
Yeah, it could have been very bad.
What, is that because Elise was nice to her?
It's because of Koana.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. So does acid have a minus for then?
I don't roll reaction rolls for acid.
All right, yeah, you already know the answer.
Yeah, I think Koana kind of just she's not bouncing, but she is bopping a little bit, and she is smiling, and she nods, and a little bit not shyly, but almost sheepishly, but not quite the sheepish point, just kind of acknowledging. She nods and says, "Okay, I'm glad you like it this time."
This is the only time.
Big smile, and she stands up, and she faces everyone else who's been sitting there waiting for their food, and she says, "Cake for everyone."
Ah. Any special occasion, or just cake because cake?
Well, I didn't know how much the recipe would make. And I couldn't get it all into Elise's MRE.
Ah, right, so we've got Elise's leftovers then.
Yeah.
Works for me.
Cake is cake. Let's go.
And she brings out the other little preparations that she and Das made. Music of some sort. Obviously the fizzy alcoholic beverages. And what do you think Das would have suggested? Anything else?
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe some other bits that are just sort of stuff people can pick at.
Like
buffet type stuff rather than plate it up.
Like not cake food.
Yeah, like at a party, you've got the buffet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And put like that, Koana thought it was a great idea and not just a way to actually give people nutrition without making them sick.
Yeah.
And Koana presents it like that, and she says, "And here's a buffet of other stuff if you want to add it to your cake."
I like that.
Mm.
And so everyone has cake and other stuff for one meal.
Let them eat cake.
Does anyone question why cake is a good meal? Like, does it
Good
come
meal?
up in conversation with Koana at all?
No, Douglas is cool with it.
Elise would definitely ask, why am I getting cake right now?
Well, because cake is tasty, and I thought that you were maybe down a little, and I wanted you to have something nice in your MRE.
I don't know how to respond to that. I want to be really rude, but I don't know how to respond to that.
Conan doesn't seem to have internalized that for at least the MRE as something nice.
Yeah, like the something nice in the MRE is what's in the MRE.
For Conan, she trying so hard.
I think Elise is gonna get a little bit defensive about that, though. I've been fine, mostly.
Well, I don't know. I guess maybe it's been other people on the crew, and did Das tell her not to say anything about what they talked about?
Not on screen, but maybe off screen.
I don't know.
Okay. Why don't we roll a die for it?
Sure.
High, she did. Low, she didn't.
I feel like I want to split it in 3.
Okay.
Said not to mention it. Said to only talk about it privately, and didn't say anything at all.
Okay. In that order, 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Said not to mention it.
Yep.
All right.
The question is, did Conan listen?
Well, indeed. Yeah.
So she continues, and well, I just know that the salvage and that Miran was very hard on everyone. Everyone worked really hard, and I thought everyone could use cake. On Mona, we have cake whenever anyone feels bad, or if they had a really hard workout, got really stressed, maybe they didn't do as well on one of their tests as they thought. It's just a sweetness to brighten the day. They wanted to brighten everyone else's here's day. If it is day. It's always day in space, isn't it? Because the sun is always out.
Yeah, it depends how you look at it, I suppose. Not if you're behind the planet.
Oh, but we're not behind the planet. So I wanted to brighten everyone's day. You guys are actually in metaspace. There is no sun right now.
We understand the principle.
Just because I know that I'm a little much on this ship, and nobody says anything about it, and I really like being here. You guys are awesome. You, Das, and Elise, and Natario is so cool. Acid, I love you.
Oh,
Acid grumbles. And if nobody stops her, she is going to name everyone on the crew and say, and Doug, and Percy.
Yeah, Percy's actually gonna pop in at that point before Acid can say anything mean back, and just go, you know, you've seen what we're like. We could do with a bit of sunshine about here. I mean, aside from the chaos I'll make it through the windows, you know.
See, the thing about Acid is she doesn't ever say anything bad about anyone individually.
She usually doesn't know. She
Yeah,
has
it's true.
the
She called us
occasional
all
snide
idiots with
remark.
the QED thing. Yeah, she called us all idiots with the QED thing.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, maybe she does.
Yeah, she does have the occasional snide.
I'm gonna keep an
remark.
eye out. I'm gonna keep an eye out for that though.
Oh God.
You know, usually curmudgeon, kind-hearted curmudgeons. You know, that's usually what it is. You know, it's like
What?
everything, and they're always generalized comments.
Meow can try to crack the code of my NPCs. I don't like this.
Yeah, yeah. We'll see.
He's got a read on you now.
And then yeah, there's Kawana just kind of looking very grateful at everyone. This has been the best adventure of my life. And I went through flight training on Monist, and that was exciting. This is better.
Believe me, it's gonna get even more exciting once we get those guns working.
Yes! She is so excited about those guns!
Why would it be more exciting with the guns?
We can
Presumably,
fight
when you have
other
guns, you
ships.
use them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can
who-
shoot
Also,
things.
plus,
Yeah,
she
who
was
are we
also brought
shooting?
on with the premise that she was good with using the guns.
Well, pirates?
Space, even just space debris.
like the pirate that we just saw. Hmm.
No.
I'm gonna finish my cake in the other room.
No, hold on. That
Oh,
was an
God.
ex-pirate.
Yeah, no, Percy will. Yeah, Percy will actually say, "I'll go talk to her."
Did I say something wrong?
Yeah. Percy's over there. I'm not sure if you heard her say that.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. But yeah, where's Ellie's heading actually?
Back to play piano.
Fair. Percy is somewhat taller, so probably a little bit probably faster walking enough to catch up. Hey, Lise?
What?
This wasn't how I planned on doing it, but I didn't apologise properly for, how the whole thing went the other day. Is there anything I could do to make it up to you?
No. No, I don't know.
You know what, if you need to, I can tell you're still pissed at me. If you want to scream at me for a bit, go ahead, I'm here.
I don't want to scream right now, so I'm not. Thought that we were, I don't know, on the same page about things. Very wrong about that, apparently. What would have happened if he said that he'd split the money or something like that, right? Like that's all I've been thinking about is like what was gonna happen if just like he presented some sort of deal that was just there.
Ah, so you didn't hear that.
Hear what?
Yeah, you know how when he leaned over to me right at the end, helmet's touching, and he turned his comms off? He offered me half of his take, 300,000 credits right there, if I went and joined him. And I said, no, these people need me. It was mostly you I was thinking of.
Are you stupid?
Arguably. Percy just sort of shrugs.
You could have like fixed the ship, probably. Or
No, because
some of it.
No, because if I'd taken the 300,000 credits, that would have been if I went and joined him, and yeah, I could be with him and Rich.
Yeah, and if you joined him, everyone else
Yeah.
would have fucking followed you.
Percy's doing that thing where he sort of frowns a bit and opens his mouth as if he's going to say something, but nothing comes out. He's just sort of like you know, those sort of like blue screen, please restart.
Maybe John would have some reservations. I don't think he likes the Union.
Yeah, you could say that.
I don't know, but the
God, I feel like no, you know what? You know, even if it is an opportunity that I missed, Pierce just sort of shrugs. I don't feel like I made the wrong call. The important thing is that we're all together, right? And who knows if we would have taken everyone or if it was just me. And besides, if we killed him off, they just would have sent someone else. This way, you actually get a little bit of peace.
what if now I'm the reason that you're, I don't know, you're. Do I call him your dad? Is that what you consider him to be?
No.
Is he your dad?
No, he's Trail.
All right. Well, what if Trail's dead now because they find out that he's lying? What if I'm the reason he's dead? What then?
Then it's sad, but I guess still not as much of a loss as it would have been before, you know? Like, he was my dad before, but then I don't remember any of that. Like, even if he is kind towards me and showing that relationship now, he's still... I don't have that emotional link, you know? Maybe I would in time if I stuck about with him. Maybe I wouldn't, but as it is... Yeah.
Understand you.
Sorry, I've kept you long enough, I'll leave you to it. Just, if there is some way that I can make it up to you, let me know, okay?
Sure. And at least we'll just push past and continue
Yeah, no,
down the hall.
As he was departing at that point anyway.
Oh, poor Elise. So much conflict. It's delicious. Internal conflict, most of it.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't think Percy quite understands why Elise is so upset. Like, upset, I can imagine, but this upset? I don't think he gets it, honestly.
Yeah. All right. Anything else to come of the cake buffet dinner?
Bellyache.
Well, if you don't take advantage of the assortment of non-cake foods at the buffet, that is on you. So
I was muted. There is a scene I want to do while we're still in metaspace, but it would not be adjacent to the cake.
I'll just say then that Kawana does continue trying to cheerlead a little bit, and some of the other activities that she had arranged with Das that we didn't bring on screen will occur. These could be anywhere from karaoke to limbo or dance competition, you know, whatever feels appropriate for the crew and Kawana and Das planning.
And the tail on the pirate.
Yes! There's definitely a pin the tail on the pirate. Pin the flag on the pirate. Old-timey pirate flag.
Pin the tail on trail.
She is definitely not going to use any recognizable faces.
Yes. No.
Pin the gun on the Percy?
Mm. Yeah.
That could be a good one too. Yep.
And the grenade on the dog.
Pin the what on the dog?
The grenade.
Oh, no, that is that it would not be a Kawana game.
Yeah.
True, I suppose.
Anyone who did not eat anything proper, of course, will probably feel it in some small part. Cake for dinner once is usually okay for most people. And Koana will stay behind to clean up afterwards. She feels like this has been a great success. And I can't speak for any of your characters, but Acid didn't grumble too much, and Natario seemed to come away from this with some joy. Dima liked it too.
Yeah, Percy's not entirely convinced it was a success, but like the dinner itself was fine. That was not Koana's fault.
Yeah.
That conversation just didn't go quite how I wanted it to.
Yeah. One last little thing is that Dima does go over to the rec room and just sits and listens to Elise play unless she makes a not makes a scene of it, but unless she is bothered by that. Not trying to talk to her. He's just listening.
Is he in the room?
Uh-huh.
He's just listening?
Yeah, he just rolls up. He starts to go towards the TV and then kind of pauses, listening to the music. And instead of orienting himself towards the TV, turns himself so that he can hear the music better and just sits there and listens.
Okay, yeah. No, Elise doesn't have anything particularly mean or nasty to say. She's not a complete bitch. Although when she finishes, she just looks back at him like, "You're not clapping."
Roll me a Wiz Notice check.
Oh boy.
Yeah. At some point, he fell asleep.
Great.
Take that however you want.
I'll just wheel him over to his quarters or his bed and put him in bed.
Okay. He does wake up at some point through that, but doesn't fully seem to grasp what is happening, and is in that half asleep fugue state of 5 more minutes.
Yeah. Just grumbling, you can have your 5 minutes in your fucking bed.
Alright, Ginja. You had a scene.
I do. At some point in the remainder of the jump, probably a couple of days after the cake, at some point when Elise is returning to her quarters, she will find Das just basically sitting on the floor in front of the door. Just basically staring across the corridor.
Oh, poor Elise can't catch a break, can she?
No.
he says having been the cause of one of the scenes. But still.
How can I help you?
Can we talk?
Elise will just motion into the room, just like, go. Come on.
Yeah, Das will go in.
Elise will find a wonderful spot on the floor and gesture for Das to sit on the bed.
Das will sit on the bed then, yeah.
If this is about the other night with the cake,
No, it's not. It's not about that.
okay. If this is about the other day when before we encountered Trail, is it about that?
What's that bit?
Maybe when I was
I don't think-
huh?
I don't think it's that bit, but
Gonna stop and just wait for you to tell me what this is about.
it's about, well, I guess it's about me, but before. It's
Oh.
I tried to see things, and I saw different things I didn't like.
Yeah.
I keep seeing it. Right. She's kind of in a state where it's like she wants to say something, but she doesn't want to say it. But she's here, and she kind of needs to say something, but she can't. And yeah,
Elise will try somewhat changing the subject by saying, I saw a bunch of things that I didn't quite like from my own stuff. Thought some of it was kind of nice, right? Like figuring out who Sarah was in some sense. But yeah, some of it wasn't great. Yeah. It's okay though, because that's not us, right? That's them and we're us.
I guess it's kind of hard to stop seeing it though. Now I've seen it. It's in there.
Well, we're not gonna be able to rip that out. Well, I guess we could, but no.
Mm.
Hmm.
Yeah. Das will sort of, at this point, just sort of slide off the bed and come and sit next to you on the floor. I found. To just reach over and pick up one of Elise's hands
Mm-hmm.
and just bring it. And like it's like she wants to do this, but she's finding it difficult to go through with it. But she does eventually get there and brings your hand to her wrist.
There's kind of like almost like a smile. There's like a very awkward laugh. Like it's an inappropriate emotional response, right? By all accounts.
Okay.
But the as it stifles, it's kind of like I didn't really think that we were that similar. Oh, that's horrible.
Twinsies. Oh, sorry.
The thing that brought me out of it was, I guess I learned the full extent of what, and she points at her head, like what that could do. The Sarah, she can, well, I can't, we can, live through the whole thing, start to end, and then makes the motion of just like right across her neck. And then a few seconds later, you get pulled right back to reality where you hadn't even done it yet.
That sounds worse, yeah.
I don't know if worse is a thing. It's not a competition, right? Just, I feel like I get what you saw. And, you're not alone. I think maybe the piano is not really my thing anymore, so maybe you should use it. Otherwise, Doug's gonna be like really mad that he built the whole thing. Well, I mean, you also helped him build it, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's been helpful, but I think it was more of Sarah's thing than my thing. I think I gotta find a different instrument, so that's my thing,
Okay.
And then when you figure out the piano and I figure out the new thing, and I mean Doug's already got the guitar, right? then we can start playing together, right?
Libra can sing.
Well, Libra can sing by some definition.
I keep saying
for a certain value of sing.
I keep saying you just need to start a metal band. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every great metal band has a piano player.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, who knows how the genre's evolved in the past century?
Well, indeed.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Oh, the symphonic metal. Actually, I only have
There we
symphonic,
go.
but-
There we go. Yeah. Violin?
Yeah, well, absolutely, violin. That's easier. That's easier than the piano, even, I think.
Yeah, I think after that, Das goes quiet for a little bit. And then just sort of slowly turns. And like not in a demanding way, but like a polite request for a hug.
It is accepted, and as they're hugging, Elise is just like, you know what, probably a bad teacher, but I'll show you how to hit the keys correctly. I still don't get the fucking which ones are which, but something about it feels right.
Okay. Good.
That's the message. Just
yeah.
if it's manifesting in there, it's just more inappropriate emotional responses.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
intrusive thoughts.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This will lead into a very fun conversation with Doug. Like, I'm done with piano. I want a new instrument.
Yeah.
It's like a child 5 minutes after getting the new toy. I want a new one.
I don't like this. I want a new one.
But I just bought you the Thomas the Tank Engine. Yeah. but this other one's a little bit more blue. It's his new design.
This is the new Thomas the Tank Engine. It's very different.
In fairness, there's more difference between a piano and like a violin or something than between two different Thomas the Tank Engines. Or Thomas is the Tank Engine?
I've got two different things in mind already. I've been thinking about that.
I mean, honestly, Doug's probably not going to be against making, all sorts of instruments anyways. Increases the odds of a band forming.
Yeah. Chris, we're probably just going to end up with like a music room, just various instruments lying about.
If Dexter's okay, I mean, I haven't really been doing any of my modding stuff, so I'll wait until we get to a city of some sort. It's like, I do have free time to have been making instruments in the background.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
All right. Whatever needs to come out of my personal funds to make it happen, that's fine.
Go ahead and roll me a yeah, let's go ahead and go with int fix.
I thought you were going to make him roll some sort of die to determine how many credits it was he spent.
Nope.
It could be too. Yeah, that's fine. Wow.
I think
damn.
Really,
Solid.
yeah, I think that so you're gonna have some options here. With that fix, Douglas is able to kind of recycle some of the scrap that he can't use into instruments so that it doesn't cost you anything.
Right, so he's going to use some of the scrap that can't be used. Got it.
Yeah, they'll be completely functional. None in the Mastercraft, obviously. That's something you'll have to get specific. You'll have to pay for that.
yeah.
But completely functional and properly working instruments. Just not the prettiest thing unless somebody wants to try and decorate them and make them look more aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, I just want them to be available to, encourage people to play instruments. He's being not so subtle about it.
Yeah, can't have a band without instruments. Come on, pick an instrument.
I'm gonna be picking a new instrument. I told Dex this. I'm planning to get to perform to 2. I think now I've changed my goals for the character.
Indeed.
Oh, yeah, I guess I need.
It's in the cards now, right?
I guess I'll have to do that eventually as well. At this point.
But at this rate, I get the feeling that instead of being a bunch of pirates, our new identity is going to be a band, a very heavily armed band.
Traveling musicians.
It's amazing.
Okay, I don't think you understand how terrifying it would be is if we're about to do some crime and you hear the theme song playing. We're pulling up to station 747, right? And all of a sudden they hear the band playing live. Oh fuck!
Live from Henry Station.
To be honest, I was thinking more like the Imperial March.
Yeah, I mean, could be both.
I mean, they could do both. Yeah, those aren't mutually exclusive statements.
You're gonna have to change your name to the Rattling Zanfona.
Rattling Symphonia.
Zanfona. Keeping the Raza in there. It is a Spanish hurdy-gurdy.
Yes.
Interesting.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so it's Spanish music we're playing. Got it.
It's also a hurdy-gurdy. That's the weirdest thing.
Oh, yeah, that's a weird instrument.
It's also known as a Zanfonia, which I feel works better. I don't know why, but the Ia makes it really click. Or whatever hurdy-gurdies do.
Well, then you have the Sonia part, which is like, it makes sound.
Yes, exactly.
I mean,
Yep.
by that logic, Libra's an instrument.
Yeah, ask her.
But the
she
voice is an instrument. I mean, even in 5th
Yeah.
edition D&D, the voice is an instrument.
True.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was a quite touching scene. There was hugging involved with Elise,
Mm,
voluntary.
Wow.
mm.
Alana's just watching the background like, it should have been me.
And suddenly, Koana's arc takes a drastic turn.
Ah. So we've gone down the
Yeah,
darkest
cool.
timeline then.
Quite suddenly goes yonder.
Yeah, this is now Swim Fan. All right.
That's okay.
Anything else? Oh, does Elise ask Douglas for the new instrument, or does Elise tell him during this drill?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Can't do any harm. Elise is partially torn, but I think Elise is leaning towards bass.
Oh.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, obviously, that's one of the first things he started with. He pulls aside a curtain, you see this arrangement of instruments that he's been making in the background. A bass, you say?
Yeah, he finishes,
yeah, bass.
he finishes
Please tell me
grinding
that's
a
how you
part
were doing
to build something, and like, there's a little cast off, but this would make a great curve for a bass.
Please tell me that was a. Please tell me that was a hurdy-gurdy among the instruments you make.
No,
Probably not.
that's a little more complex than scrap parts. Yeah.
Sad.
We were already pushing it with the piano.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I interrupted you guys to make a silly joke. Go on.
Oh, that's fine. I don't.
I think all we were doing was silly jokes anyway, so it's no biggie.
Yeah. I mean, it's.
Well, Douglas pulled apart.
Like I said, obviously he's got a bass.
Uh-huh.
Feel free to decorate it. You got any mods for it? I can work that out.
Could mod these instruments to have a +1 to your perform check.
Oh.
Can
I'll
we,
be honest,
can
I
we,
was-
can we mod the bass to have more bass?
Yeah, bass boost your bass. Why not?
Yeah.
All your bass are belong to us.
Well, hey. And this is how we know you're old.
Yes.
What you say?
I'm sorry, is your hearing going in your old age?
Maybe.
And if it is,
Yeah, I think the
What are you
correct
gonna do
response
about it?
to all of this is, you what, mate?
Nothing.
You
Nothing.
what,
Just
mate?
wanted to raise the point.
I think I don't know it.
All right. So, I assume that the Elise takes the base and starts that.
Yeah, at least we'll start learning bass. Hopefully, you can tell me right now. Is she feeling any sort of particular like muscle memory kicking in, or is this a new experience?
This is a new experience.
Thank God.
So it's probably something Douglas can help you learn to play more so than the piano.
But yeah, that's feeling much better. And then if Das has time, at least we'll try and help Das learn how to play piano.
It's always weird.
That's definitely.
Go ahead, Ginja.
No, I was just saying Das will definitely go through that one. Yeah.
So it's a weird thing when, man, I suck at this. This feels great. Is the response.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah,
more
at least-
the more that Elise is realizing that she's just like Sarah, the more that she needs to break away.
Yeah, this is definitely new skill for her.
I was going to say,
Rebelling
Elise is
against
fine.
herself.
I was gonna say Elise has finally discovered something that Sarah didn't do in her comprehensive education.
Yeah, and it's feeling really nice.
So,
Like I finally got one up on you, bitch.
I will say, there are places where there's parallel. Anywhere where you might play a bass in any kind of similar fashion to a violin or cello, you can kind of suss out that Elise had fairly classical, like symphonic
good old classical
instruments.
So symphonic metal band is on the cards, is what you're saying?
If you can convince Elise to play an instrument that Sarah knows.
Oh, true.
Yeah. No.
So it's off the table.
And obviously the bass doesn't have a whole lot of movement in common with cellos or violins. I'm not a musical person. I can only imagine that there might be some little things that are like.
It's probably just the finger positions, right?
I was thinking more
it's
like
finger
plucking, like when cellists pluck instead of use the wand.
I was going to say the finger positions are definitely different. In a cello, the positions are around the bow.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I think it's different enough that it's definitely a new learning experience. The only things that would feel similar are if Elise kind of does little plucking motions with the strings.
I see.
I feel like Douglas would point out, wow, you're really good at that plucking.
Oh no.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
I'm not that sexually observant.
What did I say? What did I say?
Yeah, right. That's what Doug would do.
I don't want to know what Doug would do.
All right. Eventually, the yellow alert rings out across the strip again, and you are told to find a couch, pack up what you're doing, find a couch. We'll be entering March space in about half an hour. It's not really there's like no real rush. You're perfectly fine. Things will start getting a little bit bumpier as you get nearer to the end of that half hour, but it's hardly noticeable until about 5 minutes before. And you just have to be in your seats during the last couple minutes of the transition into or out of metaspace, because the gravity plates have to do something other than provide gravity for you. They have to shear open the gravitic planes, and that means things float and you've got no inertial dampers.
That is a problem, isn't it?
Yep. There can also be violent entries into metaspace and out of metaspace, so the absence of both gravity and inertial dampers means that you could go flying across the room. Not usually like that, things are usually pretty peaceful. It's more noticeable when there's a lot of ships on the receiving side of real space, or big objects near the endpoint, near the arrival zone. Because your gravity of metaspace is doing things with gravity of real space, and that's when it gets the bumpiest. None of that happens during your arrival to into March real space. And bring up the March music for just a moment here. That is not March music.
So we already passed through Pana?
Yeah, I think I just kind of I figured we were on the last leg of the journey there.
Okay. I mean, I guess that's fine. We definitely weren't going to stop there with labor concerns, anyways.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, that's right. And I remember we had the news thing. We decided, yeah.
Mhm.
Or we decided we weren't going to stop there.
Good.
It's really building up there.
Yeah, it sure is. It's a lot louder than I thought it was.
Wow.
I've turned it down. Well, this is perfect introduction music to March.
Welcome to March, everyone. It's a shame it didn't take us another 2 months to get here.
The view displayed before you on your screens, and I'm assuming that everybody is in the bridge for this,
Sure, why not?
absolutely stunning. Let me see if I. Nope, I don't think I did. All right, well that's
My
fine.
God, a star system that isn't a shithole. That's new.
Finally, in civilized
Mona
space.
was okay.
What? Sorry.
It was still
Mona
kind of
was okay.
backwater. It was still kind of
Yeah, it
a
was
weird
back-
sort of
yeah,
backwater.
Well, yeah, kind of backwater and also quite cultish.
And also, there was a station that had been. There was also it was clearly a bad neighborhood. The station had been destroyed.
Yeah, debris and wreckage all over the place from Union ships. Like, it's the best so far, but that's like saying that you're winning the pole vault because you're the only person that managed to step over the 5 centimeter high pole.
Yeah, it's gonna
Yes.
change the music, unfortunately. And by change, I mean just restart it.
It's like, damned by faint praise, you're the least shit of the star systems we've been to so far.
Yes.
I guess it's not playing anything now. All right, let's try that again. Okay. All right. I think it's playing. It is. There is a ring around the central sun. The sun is, it's nice. It's a sun. But there's a ring of gas around the central sun. That looks like it is actually marking the orbit of Lamiera. Lamiera has its own halo that it travels through. And it's, as you can see there on the picture, quite beautiful. You're required to say so.
Yes, quite.
What, like legally or?
Yeah, legally, I think. I actually paid money for that. Back when I was buying Roll20 marketplace stuff.
It looks beautiful.
It does.
Beautiful
I
thing
have
ever
never
saw.
seen a more beautiful art asset.
Perfect. I think
Now, please slide the $20 bill into my hand.
No. I don't have to do the last part. You've already fulfilled my contractual obligation. Thank you for that.
Take it back.
Wait, you were getting paid for this?
I was going to say, you're getting bribed to pay along?
You guys not get paid?
Shut up,
Then you should
for free.
renegotiate your contract with Dexter.
You have a contract?
I don't remember signing anything.
What kind of operation is this?
Yeah, you haven't noticed that he's had nothing but kind words and glowing reviews. Even in his criticism, has always been nice. So, yeah, I'm paying for that. We are gonna skip break today, by the way.
Fair.
Push on right through it.
Unfair.
Unless, if anybody needs a quick $5, that's fine.
Well, Jacko's getting paid 20, so. Too easy a target. Sorry, I'm good.
You're greeted by standard galactic mandate mail beacon. And for, I think, the first time, you're not presented with any kinds of warnings about the planet, people, the system, or any hazards within.
He told you this place for that shithole.
I think the announcement, not an announcement, the welcome to March message that plays afterwards, after the Galactic Mandate required info dump, is accompanied by music. It is this soft, kind of starstruck and full of wonder music, inviting you to Lamiera, the gem of Artemis Black, and the capital of commerce, of free commerce. Now, I would be remiss in not reminding you that the Raza has done crime here.
Who?
Luckily, we're not on the Raza.
That's
Right.
very fortunate. And so, I should assume this, but I'm not. Are you going to proceed to Lamiera?
Yeah, we wanted to. We do want to try to make contact with Zoe.
Do we?
Yay, nay. Yeah.
I do think that would be interesting, but regardless of whether we do that or not, we also need to get Demas some legs.
Yep.
Yes.
Give us new legs, and then also this is good a place as any to maybe do some repairs if we can secure.
Yeah.
some
Assuming
sort
we
of-
don't, immediately cause or run into trouble as soon as we land.
Somehow
Which,
I
let's be
suspect
honest-
we're going to.
Given this crew, I think it's about 50-50.
Yeah. 50-50, as in 50% one of those and 50% the other.
Of course. Yeah,
There's going
it's
to
not
be
50-50.
trouble. It's just where does it come from?
Yeah, it's not 50-50 does it happen, it's 50-50 is it our fault.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of crew, by the way, I wonder if this is somewhere that we could pick up some more recruits.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there is no question about that.
Okay, I wonder if this is somewhere that we can pick up some decent recruits.
Yeah. Hello, or not hello. What is it? Where are you? Lamiera.
Dude, hello. I mean, hello was the
Scotland.
mercenary swarm, right? I think it's where we did our first round of recruitment in the last one.
That's probably why I'm it's stuck in my head. Hello is a good place. Yes.
That's where Trail's from. Is that right? Something
No.
like that. Is that the mercenary thing?
Yes. Did you say where Trin is from?
Trail.
Oh, yes. Yes, it is.
Yes.
It's a good place to pick up some mercenary types.
Yeah.
Lamiera is also a good place because it is a trade hub. It is the trade hub of Artemis Black. The people here are generally well educated, experienced enough. They're not bound by corporate indentureship, and can generally make their own choices. They're not going to be as It's not going to be as easy to find a whole bunch of skilled spacers. You're more likely to get a bunch of recruits and a handful of people who have just, left one ship and are looking for another one. Hollow, the mercenary swarm, is where you'd go for the greater selection of skilled people who, by the very nature of the mercenary swarm, they don't happen to be on a job right then, and some will stick with their ship out of loyalty, but there's a lot of moving about, and it's kind of expected at that point. There's one other thing that happens when you arrive in the system, and that is news.
Ooh. News.
I'm gonna play the sting hit, make sure that everyone can hear it.
I did not. Oh wait, there it is.
Got it?
I was gonna say, if you didn't hear that, you're deaf.
I hear it now. I hear it now.
Yeah. Just a bit delayed.
All right. Then I'm going to post and play.
Hot on the heels of the spike-jacked galactic mandate ship on which his own daughter previously served, Captain Paris is once again denied his quarry. The stolen ship, now under the ID Red Island, burst from the bounds of the mercenary swarm and made hasty retreat to the horizon, flanked by a half-dozen escort ships. With the Derringer bearing down hard, Red Island and her protective fleet drilled into metaspace. ABNN caught up with the ship in Zenthra, where she immediately set off to the Three Dogs and the disorganized pirate collective floating between the gas giants. Captain Paris and his own small fleet had nearly caught up when Red Island tore through the no-man's space. Startled pirates scattered, bolting into the heavy cover of the Jovian planets, or bristled in powered weapons, baring their fangs at the unwelcome intrusion. Red Island was lost in the chaos and galactic mandate was run out. It should go without saying that no witness accounts could be obtained, and Captain Paris has not responded to requests. This is Madison, reporting this strange turn of events in Zenthra, for Artemis Black Network News.
Obviously not terribly immediately relevant to anything going on here, just stuff going on out in the sector.
Yeah. Still good to know.
Yeah.
Well, it takes
It's not that far away.
not. Yeah. It gives you a little bit of an idea of where Captain Paris was about a month ago. And it takes about 16 hours, I believe, for you guys to make it over to Lumiere. As you're getting closer, you do see they've got a shipyard, space station, Light Rider station specifically is like at the edge of the gas cloud, or at least an edge as much of an edge as can be with gas. If you look at it from the right angle, it actually does look like it is riding along the halo, as it is actually called. It's called the halo. The halo of gas that the sun lights up and sparkles. You're greeted by Lumiere traffic control as the Rodlin Zabra. And Lumiere traffic control does have a bit more intensive questioning of a ship that they don't recognize. So, who wants to be up on the bridge and handling that, or do you want to leave it to Nataria?
Give me a sec. I think I have skills for this.
Okay.
That said, I have had notoriously bad luck with rolling for skills.
Yeah.
But I have Talk 0, Connect 0, and +1 Charisma. If there's any improvement on that?
I've got Talk 2 and Charisma of +1.
Okay, you win.
Yep.
They also speak most of the languages in the entire sector. Just diplomat.
Fucking skill monkeys.
Yeah, and John's got pretty good as well.
Yeah. John might be better in the I don't know.
Sure, he is.
He's got like
Hierarchy.
lead.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Although, in fairness, how much have we really been following that hierarchy?
Not terribly much as players, but you know.
Yeah, I suppose. Not terribly much as characters either.
Yeah. So
You know, might as well follow still on paper.
I think skill-wise, John is slightly more skilled if he's able to roll lead with charisma, because that would be a total +4, whereas I can only get a total net +3. He's also a full expert, so he can reroll if you know.
If it goes real bad.
Yeah, I can reroll, but it's not free.
Yeah.
So yeah, John can kind of take the reins of that, and yes, he can roll lead here. That's something that I feel is fairly appropriate for negotiating landing protocols with traffic control. I do want to ask, just to be sure, there's a couple of cities that you could land at. March or Lamira is separated into cities that are called houses. Obviously, there's House LaRue. You're already familiar with that one. And there's a handful of other houses that have been detailed out. Do you even care about the other cities, or are you just going straight to House LaRue?
I feel like since we want to do some sort of settling in and getting our bearings together before we go after Zoe, probably, I think we probably want to land somewhere near, but not directly in House LaRue.
Okay. Well,
Makes sense to me.
you're not going to be allowed to land anywhere except for at a starport in a city.
Okay. No, I mean like in one of the cities adjacent to House LaRue.
Gotcha.
Or else,
Can we travel from a different city to House LaRue?
You can. The cities are spaced out quite far. It's not like our modern cities where you've just gone from San Diego to El Cajon by crossing the street. They're in a when they colonized, when they set up these cities, they were in a 4X game with God mode turned on and could look at the entire map and say, that's the best place for this city. I'm putting a city there. And then, thousands of kilometers away, there's another good place, and they know that they've got space-age transportation. There's not
They're
really...
playing creative.
Yeah. So landing in a different city does mean that you would have to take a multi-day trip, depending on the city, between the cities over land, or charter a shuttle, or get permission to take off again and negotiate air traffic to land in the new city.
I think we just land in LaRue then.
Yeah.
It saves us a lot of trouble.
It is. It's all going to be tracked in some way or another.
Yeah.
I don't suppose there's any difference in, like, hey, where we can go to get, shipyard services. Or at least a shipyard where we can have the means of repairing our ship easier.
The one
Is that any
thing
different?
that, among many things, one thing that also put House LaRue front and center, and probably garners a lot of resentment from the other cities, is that House LaRue has the Grand Market, where you can negotiate with vendors across the planet and buy things. It's literally the big market from the Valerian movie. It's a VR market space that you physically walk through. It's all open ground. You're not going to run into anything. And as you're buying things, you're interacting with stores and shopkeepers in other cities. And your transaction is completed with one. They set up for drone delivery, and your goods arrive depending on what it is and how quickly the drone can get it there, or how quickly transport can get it there. Possibly by the time you're finished shopping, or maybe later in the day or a couple days later. But it's all designed to be as easy of a tourist and consumer experience as possible. They want you spending all the money.
Well, hopefully we'll be able to get some people spending money on this artwork that we salvaged.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. Ox, go ahead and roll me a lead with charisma to navigate your landing here. Well, navigate all the
Alrighty.
questions about the ship and everything.
The bureaucracy.
Yep.
Is that what Intwiz or charisma?
You can use charisma for this.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. You're able
Oh,
to
that's good.
navigate this in a way that only reveals what you want it to reveal. You're able to present that you are a trader or a pirate or a mercenary, gunboat, whatever you want. And if you want, you can even land the Raza in a rare opportunity, a designated field outside of the city. If you want, remember, the Raza is the only cruiser capable of doing this.
Yeah, I feel like that would kind of give up the gig a little bit, wouldn't it?
A little bit.
It would, yes.
But it would be not. Would make it easier to repair. Or would it? I don't
No,
know.
not really.
It would also mean that we could just
Yeah,
kind
I
of
guess
take off because we weren't
I think
clamped in.
I think most of the repairs are probably easier in ZRG, aren't they?
Yeah. The absolute best place is in a orbital shipyard. Floating in space would be second, and on land is better for small ships, shuttles and the like.
We are very much not a small ships.
You're not. So yes, that is a good point. There will be no docking clamps on a field outside.
So if we need to get out of Dodge quickly, then we have a quick escape.
You just
Unless,
have
of course, we need to get out. Unless, of course, we need to get out of range of ship weapon or planet weapon.
True.
Let's not piss them off too bad.
Hey, we managed to not piss them off on Mona. We can do the same here.
Why doesn't comms? If Dash is paying attention, roll me wisdom program, not hacking. If Dash is not paying attention, roll the same, but with a -2.
I feel like that's
Okay.
paying it.
I mean, if we're approaching a planet, Das is probably paying attention.
Okay.
So, hang on, I need to change that to
Especially
you
a
said
planet
wisdom,
that-
right?
Yes, wisdom, please.
I know Lamier has got some really nasty
Not
weapons on it.
hacking.
So
Yep.
Hold it.
Yeah, exactly what Meowkin just said. It's a role instead of an immediately identifiable feature, because one of the things in the introductory pamphlet for Lamier is that it's a beautiful place, and you are required to keep it so. There's all kinds of laws about graffiti and noise in the wrong places. Littering is practically a capital offense. Everyone here is expected to absolutely keep up the beauty of the place, and that's reflected in their defensive infrastructure as well. The anti-ship guns, the defensive planetary defenses, do not stand out like they do in other places. They are hidden. They're hidden under lakes. They're hidden within forests. They're decorated to look like monuments. But they're present, and they have very strong energy signatures.
Right.
Yes, it's basically just Mona on crack. Oddly insular, everyone has to contribute to the community, massive planetary defense system. Yeah, I can see it.
Some parallels.
Was Mona's planet wide?
Was it what?
I don't think
Was
we
there
asked.
defense planet? Was there planet wide defense there?
No, it was focused on their settlement.
Okay. Yeah, but Lamy
Like
Air
I
is
say,
probably
scaled
pretty
up.
much planet wide. Yeah,
Scaled up.
yeah, it's true. Yeah, Mona and Crack. Yeah, that's close enough.
Yeah, Lamia does have defensive coverage planet-wide. Even if there's no cities in locations, they still maintain at least some coverage to control, basically to control untaxed trading.
Okay, so I get the feeling that there's approximately a 20% chance that we're actually going to land on top of a gun, and a 0% chance that we're not going to land within range of a gun.
Seems about right. So yeah, did you want to take the ship down? It makes for easy leaving as long as there are no guns shooting at you. Cargo lighter
I think it's.
or have them send a shuttle up for you.
I think it's fine to land. I mean, it's Lamy era. It's not like people we pissed off in the past, right?
Yeah, it's not like we committed to piracy here. Also, isn't it here that it's got the strong megacorp oversight?
It is here that has very strong anti-megacorp policies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh right, okay, it's anti-megacorp. Got it. I thought it was like high levels of megacorp oversight here.
No, that's
Right,
Pana.
okay.
Or
So
Astos.
Yeah, that's Astos.
Astos has a
yeah.
lot of megacorp activity. 95% of the businesses there are megacorp, and that's where they've got all the perimeter oversight over how the megacorps, megacorp on civilian violence. Here,
Perimeter? Shit, it's a good thing we didn't stop there.
Yeah.
here, there's maybe 5% of the businesses are megacorp owned.
Okay, in that case, we'll probably safe to land here. Safe-ish. I'm starting to wonder if we should maybe all shell out for cosmetic surgery.
What, make me tokens?
Not my intent. I was just thinking, so that people don't just recognize us when we walk anywhere that we've been before.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
The Raza
anyways, yeah,
has presumably killed 570 people in this system, so we should be at least a little bit careful.
That's fine.
Yeah.
They were all
Yeah.
megacorp people.
They were.
Ah, right, that's fine then.
They're all
Jokes aside though, let's sell all of the sellable stuff as fast as we can, because I have plans for what to do with my cut of the money that are possibly only applicable in Lamiera. Or not only applicable, but most applicable here.
Yeah.
I don't like the sound of that.
All right. Nox is typing real quick, but I want to make sure that that's okay with John. It was Nox's suggestion to just land because there are no docking clamps. Okay, cool. And John's able to negotiate that, no problem at all. They'll arrange for a traffic authority car to come out and just do the typical inspection that they would with any ship that's landing. They're only looking at your cargo and if you've got anything hidden aboard that you shouldn't. As long as you're in agreement with their standard customs arrangements there, you're given clearance and landing instructions.
I mean,
So,
there's the thing that
Go ahead.
I was gonna say the what do you call it? The thing that the near TBK item.
Yeah, the cubes.
I don't think that shows up
Yeah.
on scans though, right?
It doesn't.
Okay, yeah, no, it's fine then.
Probably for the best.
It's very easy to hide.
Shit, we could barely find it in the first place.
Yeah.
You did cut a hole in that wall to get there.
You muted the wrong thing.
Oh wait, no, you didn't cut a hole in the wall this time, did you?
Yeah, that was last time I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We disassembled things, right? Did it
Yeah.
properly.
Yeah. You actually took the door off and were able to, I believe, put it back on, right?
Think so.
I mean, we might
Yeah.
have put it back on. I don't remember for sure.
I think by this point we've put it back on. Yeah. We've been fixing the rest of the ship.
I remember I had, I think I remember I had told you the code that it actually was. And by this time, unless you guys have completely ignored that room, you can have figured out that the code was actually Percy's birthday.
Oh.
We did get told the code, and I think I wrote it down as well.
Double check and make sure I'm not misremembering, but yeah, it's Percy's birthday.
Oh. The detail about it being Percy's birthday is definitely new.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
I said the detail about it being Percy's birthday is definitely new.
Ah.
Either that or I have amnesia, one of the two.
It flew very much under the radar.
Oh
when I
yeah,
put it.
it is. It is as well. 170925 and 32170925. Yeah, it is. It's literally Percy's birthday year as well.
Nice.
Nice. But that piece of information that the code is Percy's birthday, that wouldn't have been useful at the time.
No, it wouldn't have.
Because we didn't know what Percy's birthday was at the time. I mean, at that point, we didn't even know it was Percy, I don't think, right? Yeah.
We did not.
Yeah, so, like, even knowing that it was Percy's birthday would have been like, who's Percy? Who the heck is Percy? Yeah, nice.
All right. You are greeted by Lumiere Transit Authority. You can see them as you're coming down. They're already waiting for you. They have marked out your landing area with instructions that this is, where the ground's not going to shift at all. It's a solid bedrock underneath, etc., etc. And they come on board, inspect the cargo, and do some scans around the cargo area for any kind of hidden. What is the word I'm looking for? They're not specifically looking for contraband.
Contraband. Oh.
Yeah.
Hidden compartments?
Hidden compartments is what I'm looking for. Yeah, exactly. So they're looking for smugglers' caches. And
What would they hold in that if not contraband?
well, true.
Well, they're probably making sure that we're not coming here to take contraband off as well,
Yep. Knowing that it's there, even if nothing's in it. And this version of the Raza did not have a smuggler's cache. So they don't find one.
Nice. I'd
Well,
like
it's
to
kinda
think
hard
they
to
wouldn't
find.
find one if there isn't one.
I would have to roll.
Yeah, it's good to know.
Yeah.
Though it would be, interesting if we did have one and we didn't know about it.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining, like, they're like, we found your smuggler's cache. And we're like, what?
Well, in all fairness, the little room where the device was stored is basically a smuggler's cache. I'm just not counting it as one for purposes of ship management and inventory management. But
Smuggling.
it obviously was very hard to find and to get into. And you know, as long as nobody does anything strange or unusual when they're checking the ship crew manifest, as long as that's also accurate as far as who they can see, then nothing happens. I do have two questions about that. Acid and Libra. Those are the questions.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Rogue Android and Trin.
No.
Well, isn't the obvious answer for Acid to make her do the cosplay thing again?
I was thinking that, but that seems kind of mean.
She hates that.
How bad would it be if she was just there as a Trin?
Let's see. We're gonna roll something like a culture or administrative check. So either admin with int or connect with wisdom. And let me just take the choice away from you. Both. From different people.
I can do the connect with wisdom.
Okay. Does John want to do?
Muted.
Oh. Knox, did you want John to do the admin with?
Sure.
Okay.
But I was going to say, I feel like this is a thing that we could have asked Libra, and I'm atrocious with names.
Notario?
Acid. Before we landed.
Yes.
Yeah,
if they had a thing that they normally did.
Yeah, cosplay.
Their normal. Previously, when they landed on March or on Lamiera, Acid would stay on the ship, and Libra occasionally was taken along with them into Lamiera. They also landed on Lamiera, by the way. And so yeah, Acid stayed on the ship. Libra was taken as an android. Just plain old, everyday android. She didn't like that, but she, you know, it was necessary. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I don't have anything.
Okay. So, as far as the law side of things, there's no law against androids. There's no laws about androids being controlled or in the company of their owners. Androids are allowed to walk around freely. They're not restricted in any way. If an android does cause damage or any kind of property, then or any kind of crimes, then the owner is responsible for it, and so they do still ask who the owner of the android is. And Libra is not un-android-like enough to reasonably risk saying, no, she's just a human.
It's a shame. I was hoping we could say she was an amateur actress or something.
Hoping you could say she was a what?
Amateur actress.
Oh. It is possible, but it still carries risk.
Yeah, like if she opens her mouth and someone sees.
Yes, yeah. Oddly enough, or maybe as expected, there are also no laws restricting Trin or people of any race or planetary origin. Now,
yeah, I imagine they care more about the color of your money and the color of your skin.
They certainly do. On the culture side of things, Lamiera is a colorful place. It is not as vibrant as Thurid, where you will see blue people walking around all over the place, and pink people, and red and green. I mean, there will be people who will just take a pre-tech cosmetic or a lower grade of some kind of genetic modification, and just decide to be blue for a few weeks. Acid would be fine there. That happens a little bit here, but not quite as much. It's largely restricted to performers, or people that are entertaining, like the silver robot that you see in major cities. The silver robot person, they don't have to paint themselves every day. They just take some kind of pre-tech cosmetic that makes their skin silver and shiny, or gold and shiny. And so it would be fairly easy to get Trin to blend in here. Culturally, there's still some, if recognized as actual Trin, there's still some animosity towards the perception that the Trin were just a destructive force of Maltech. Or destructive factory producing endless Maltech.
Basically, where there's Trin, there's Maltech.
Yeah. They still carry that stereotype, so recognizing her as Trin is probably going to evoke negative responses.
Lovely time.
Alright, and Libra? I feel like Libra's a pretty easy answer there.
What, have her stay and watch the ship?
Oh, that too. I figured you would declare her.
Oh, yeah, I was curious to know what you were going to say. Huh.
Oh, yeah, so...
What do we reckon? Declare Libra, or because, like, you know, if we... Statistically speaking, we're going to cross paths with a perimeter agent eventually who's going to say, no, that's not yours, that's ours.
That's a possibility. Yeah, I think I just I assumed that you would let the transit authority, not transit authority, yeah, the authority, know that Libra is on your ship, and basically giving her leave at that point that she can leave the ship and enter the city. Anybody that they don't know about, you really can't have them entering the city.
Yeah, no, that sounds about right.
Do you think Acid would feel better if a couple more of us also cosplayed?
Just be a traveling theatre group or something.
Complete with Libra, who's an amateur actress. In fact, God, first person for metal band. Now we're a theatre troupe. Who are we next?
All right, so let's make a quick decision. Is Acid is Acid on the crew manifest and being presented for search and inspection?
What is Acid's opinion?
Acid would like to be able to leave the ship.
Then I think that's what matters.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go with that then. I can get behind that.
Yep.
Libra also does, but more so because Acid does. So you have her on the manifest also?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
She wants to go off the ship as well, so.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Starting to wonder if we should have Libra have a fake name to use sometimes, just so that people don't go, "Hey, that's Libra, that android that belongs to us." You know. That's a concern for the future, though. Of course, now that I say that, we're going to run out of perimeter agents right now, but...
That's fine.
Anyways, yep. So we're on the go, I guess.
Yeah. Nope. I thought I put Libra's actual designation in my character document. I did not. I'll have to check my notes a little bit. My notes from the last campaign.
Oh, that's right. They wouldn't even know her as Libra anyways.
Yeah, she has a regular letter and number designation.
Ah, so Libra is her fake name. Right? That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
No, it's her real name.
Yeah, no, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you're given a ride into the city if you want it, or they'll just kind of bugger off if you are happy with walking the maybe 10-minute walk away from the city that you landed.
I mean, a walk's fine, but if everybody particularly wants to ride, we can do that.
Okay. Yeah, they'll take you inside the gates. They'll take you into the port area where you would normally have landed, so that you can familiarize yourself with various trading facilities and the hub where you can seek out merchants to buy or to sell and make arrangements with them. You can also, of course, rent cars here. It's a very high-tech city. There are driverless cars that you can rent and will take you wherever you need to go for a day, or you can just get a ride here and there at the call of a quick public cab. The cabs take longer, obviously, to get to you, but don't cost anything.
We like free, but also, I mean, transportation costs really aren't really that much for us.
They really aren't.
Actually,
True.
15 credits per day for a single car.
oh, actually, I can just always find free transport anyways.
Yes, you can.
Nice.
Yep.
Wait, so does that mean we'll need to work a passage in a taxi?
Maybe.
It
You know what?
may
We won't be
require.
paying for it.
You know, we might be like in the back of a lorry that's going that way or something.
No, that's fine. But anyways, yeah. First order of business is selling our stuff to make some money because, like I say, I have plans for that money. So how we go about doing that, Dix?
1 second, let me pull up the trade for March. So,
Here we go.
the second skill for March is trade, which means that your trade is doubled in transactions. Because the first skill is always trade.
Interesting. Okay.
March has a very low friction, 1.
That's good, right?
That's very good, yep. Friction always works against you. So the lower the number, the better.
Nice. Okay.
What is it that you guys want to sell? Let's do that first.
Well, there's that artwork that we found from the big ruined colony ship, and oh wait, no, we didn't find that there. We found it where we were salvaging it elsewhere in Moran. And was there anything else in particular that we had that's basically just, I used to say vendor trash, but you know what I mean.
I don't know if we're going to end up using those other parts, the ones that aren't like ship parts. The
Right, yeah, just the general parts.
the general parts, yeah.
Yeah, we could sell them too, I guess.
Well, I don't know what else we'd be using them for, so
Yeah,
we might as well sell
Yeah,
them.
so
That's quite
might
a
as
lot of
well.
money there.
yeah, just hoping.
The Sons of Gold right next to trade thing. Alright. So
Yeah, just keep that open, we might need it.
you what, huh?
I was saying just keep that open, we might need it.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. Let's do the basic industry first. Low tech and tool are the modifiers on that.
Okay.
And March doesn't have any modifiers for either of those. So, oh my gosh, I've forgotten. Is it int or charisma? What is the expertise again?
I don't know.
I'm looking it up here. Oh, that's all flavor. Yeah. Basic concepts, expertise, business skill, and relevant culture skills. So that's trade, and the culture skill on March is trade, and the better of their intelligence or charisma. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I got +1 for charisma, 0 for intelligence, 0 for trade. I think we can do better than that.
Yes, I know there's a +2
I
intelligence.
suspect it's going to end up being Das, and Das for those. +2 int, +1 trade.
I'll give you Das.
Okay.
All right.
Anyone got better trade than that? That sounds like a no.
All right. Is anybody who's doing this with Das? Because it's a long process. It's involves spending time with the traders and at the kiosks with the merchants and at the kiosks looking for farther distance traders in other cities. This is gonna take a day to start up.
Percy's willing to get in on that as well. There's something in particular that he's looking for anyway.
Okay. All right. Yeah, let's make a little box for you. Oh, why is it that color? That's an ugly color. Why? Not my color, but that's fine. Rating. Oh, I don't think you can see that, can you?
We cannot? No.
No.
Yeah. Layer, token layer, trading.
I see it.
Get over there.
Get over there.
It's me.
All right. What does everyone else want to do here?
Actually, I just had a quick question, Dix. During this bike draw, we would have lost 6 points of system strain, right?
Yes.
Cool. Down to 1.
Actually, go ahead and make it 7 because there was also a day of transit refuel and all that.
Cool. Thank you.
Yep.
Oh, I'll go back up to 2 then.
Took some hits in there, huh?
I was at 9 before, so I was up there.
I think if John goes to 9, he instantly dies.
All right. Is there anything else specific that anyone wants to do, or are you just relaxing and touristing around?
We definitely have plans to go talk to Zoe, right?
Well, we probably want to finish off by trading.
Yeah, let's get the stuff that we would like to do here and might not be able to do if we got chased out of town done first before we go do the thing that might get us chased out of town.
Yes, agree. And probably we should do some repairs. We have
True.
stuff to repair the guns if we can get those running.
It would be nice to have a gun.
Yeah.
Also agree. I was just going to, I guess, do research on that front, see what they've been up to for the past 8 months.
Good show.
Because I feel like having that information is better than not having it.
True.
Yep. there. March.
I think that's what 119 is going to busy himself with.
Okay.
At least what are you doing?
I'm definitely in the tourism box, although
Which
there's
one?
now a second one, so I'm not sure which
There's two.
tourism.
The
box
second one is
saying
being
tourism.
changed. The first one is the tourism box.
Okay.
Um,
It's probably a bad idea to just walk around, but you know.
Live a little, right?
You know
If
what?
you're-
If something bad's gonna happen, I'll at least know about it
Yeah.
before.
Yeah. Don't forget to drop some system strain, by the way, Jackal.
Oh, I
Yes.
thought I had it on my sheet already, but I guess I hadn't.
Also, I'm sure you can get like a face mask.
Nah.
Or after the space flu.
I gotta walk around. I gotta go talk to people. You know, you gotta get the contacts, the web started.
Find yourself blue and people hate you for a different reason.
Yeah. Look, if they hate me for current stuff, I can't be mad about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a fun dynamic. Acid and Libra are gonna take Koana around.
There you go.
Unless
God.
Elise and Douglas want to babysit them.
We have full faith in them. What could go wrong?
Did they want to take Koana? Or is
Yep.
Koana latched onto... Oh, they... Okay, sure.
This is the weirdest potential family dynamic, but I'm here for it.
Yep.
Like, I could totally see that, you know?
I mean, it's two grumps and a child.
Libra's not a grump.
And specifically, it's Libra who is wanting Koana to go along. Acid seems a little bit less enthusiastic.
I don't know, Koana said Acid was cool. Have any of us ever told Acid that she's cool?
No, you've all been very mean to her. No,
Wow.
you haven't. There have been some nice things said to Acid.
Yeah.
She doesn't invite them much, to be fair.
Yeah, I was trying to be nice at Acid at first until she got really prickly towards, like, everyone.
Everyone. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
We're gonna do the trading first.
I'm also going to suggest to Dima that he comes with me and Das.
Okay. That is fine. That leaves Natario on the ship, and Natario's fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Dima doesn't have a... Yeah, sorry, until Dima gets legs, he is just a blank blue circle.
Oh, should that be the other? Oh, is that? Is that the mission? No.
No,
Yeah,
John
you're in the tourism box.
John is doing, it's not exactly mission, I just couldn't think of a different word on the fly. It's, John's doing groundwork.
Yeah.
I'll name it that. There we go.
I like to think that the six of them are traveling a bit together, and John just is on the job while the other five are like, "Hey, nice planet."
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So let's go ahead and get that 3d6 roll. You've got +4 from your expertise, and -1 from friction.
Okay.
Which I trust you to roll it more than I trust myself.
For the basic industry.
Yeah. 20. Why do you do this to me?
I'm not sure whether the bulk of these or the value of the artwork is going to mean that, like, which one's a bigger portion. I suspect it's the artwork, but I'm not convinced.
9.
Well, Nine
Oh, no.
is at a minus 10% from their base price. You can sell the parts basic industry here, but it's definitely not in high demand here on La Miera, and specifically at this moment. So
Yeah, I think Percy would actually advise that we should maybe hold on to them until we find somewhere where they are in higher demand.
Yes, probably. Not like we're short on cargo space.
all right,
True.
We can hang on to them for a bit.
True.
all right. Go ahead and also make a roll for the I should have said this before I had you roll. I think you've only got 2 items, but I do only want 2 rolls, 2 items per trading cycle.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, go on, redeem yourself.
Yeah, so it's the art now, right?
It's for art, and hang on real quick. Oops, wrong way. I said tech is +1, luxury is +2. I believe you get the luxury. Oh, right, and the consumer was -2, which was working against you.
Right, so it's plus and minus, and it just neutralizes it.
No, native artwork is cultural and luxury. I don't know where I came in with the consumer.
Oh, okay.
Oh, jewelry, I think, right? I don't know. You've got native artwork, which is cultural and luxury, and cultural is not affected by March. So this roll is at +5 total.
Come on, guys, triple sixes. Let's see it.
Yes.
Number of the beast. Come on, buddy.
No.
It could certainly be
They're
higher.
Like they're 1s and 4s.
But in Percy and Das, and even with Dima helping over there, there isn't much interest for this artwork that you're claiming came from a civilization over 1,000 years ago, just recently liberated. You can get someone that's a variety of vendors, averaging out to +10%. For native artwork, that's not bad. It's an extra 1,000. You can get 11,000 per ton for them.
Yeah.
Remind me how much we have?
13. So it'd go from 130 to 143.
Yeah.
Right, so that's 143. Wait, only 5. Yeah.
It is money in the pocket, but you could get more.
Yeah.
Yeah. How urgent is your plan?
Not particularly. I would like to get it done here, but it can wait.
Right. We can come back and try it another time.
Yeah. That's a point. That's point X. How would we go about that? Like, would we need to just wait here for a bit, or would we need to go somewhere else and come back? Or
yeah.
What?
The winds of trade shift fairly quickly on the grand scale. Fairly slowly in the adventurers scale. Over the course of a week, you'll find that prices will differ. Basically, mechanically, gotta wait 7 days.
Okay. Huh. My plan's not super urgent. I can wait. And Demon's got his chunk of the money, right? For his legs?
Yep, I believe you gave that to him.
Yeah.
Pretty confident that was taken out earlier, yeah.
Yeah, it was, yeah. In that case, the thing that we were looking for while we were out, see if we can trade, whether we, I think we're probably okay waiting, are we?
I mean, we
That
want to
wasn't
do some
rhetorical,
repairs
guys,
on it.
are we?
Yeah, I mean, we want to do some more repairs on the ship too. So
Yeah, that'll take some time. Personally, I'm okay waiting. Don't know about the rest of you. But we can do better than 10%.
Yeah. I'd say wait.
Yeah.
That was a +5 roll.
Yeah.
That came out
12.
1.5 over the average of plus
Yeah.
0.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, like
we can do better than that.
You rolled 7. The average for those dice is 10.5. We can do better.
Yeah.
And did you want to roll to see what's available for bulk sale? Do you want to buy anything?
Got enough money for anything useful, but
Yeah,
might
can't hurt
depend
to look, I
what's
suppose.
available, I guess.
Can't hurt to look. Remind me how much money we have again overall? Like, we've got a ship fund and individual funds, right?
Yeah, I think we've got 20 in the ship fund and 4 each or something.
Okay, that sounds about right.
Depending on what people have spent. I don't know if people have spent stuff.
I haven't.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see what's available. What do we need to roll to see what's available?
So it's going to be 2 rolls of that's awkward. 2 rolls of a d12. I haven't put Marge's table together, but I know it's going to be a combination of normal stuff and stuff from other worlds.
7 and 12.
All right. So the 7 is the luxury pets. There is a particularly large shipment of bioluminescent badger / guinea pig crosses. They are
Nice.
How
billed.
does either... Sorry, go on.
They are billed as being fearsomely loyal pets who bond quickly with a master and will throw their life away to defend them. Unfortunately, they're also guinea pigs, which means that throwing their life away to defend their master generally means they get stepped on. They're not very dangerous.
That's a wee shame. but yeah, my main question is, like, badger and guinea pig, how the hell do you get bioluminescence from crossing those two things?
Science!
Spice and jellyfish.
So wouldn't that make it a badger, guinea pig, jellyfish?
It might, but the jellyfish part does not mark it well. Go ahead and roll. Let's see.
Jelly badger pig.
Those are livestock and luxury. And so you've got your +4 from expertise, luxury. That's another +2 for being on march, and +1 for the friction. So 3d6 +7.
Wait, +1? Wait,
+7.
+6? +1? No, sorry, +1 for the friction?
Yes, because the friction is making it more expensive for you. When you're buying something,
okay.
Friction is a plus. When you're selling something, friction is a minus.
Okay, so 3d6 +7, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ouch.
The check doesn't even go that high!
I should have rolled for the art prices, god damn it.
Oh.
Basically, friction only exists to make your life harder.
What was that, Nox?
That basically friction only exists to make your life harder.
It does, yeah. So yeah, these are this overstock of guinea badgers, glowing guinea badgers, is going for 75,000 per unit.
I think we'll pass.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
Apparently they're selling really well.
Yep.
Which would be really nice if we had some glowing guinea badgers to sell.
Yes, it would. Oh, that's great. All right.
I have curiosity, Dex. What's the base price per unit?
25,000. That was triple price.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
Why couldn't that? Oh god! I was going to say that I should have rolled for the art price as well, but then I went no. Let Ginger redeem himself.
uh, the chart is 19
God.
plus is plus 200%.
Wow.
All right, and so for that 12, somebody roll me a d20.
Somebody else roll it. I don't trust me.
There's no wrong answers on this one. Actually, there are wrong answers.
There's no
Is
wrong
that one of
answers
them?
apart from that one.
All right.
Oh,
so
that was the only wrong answer. Weird.
5,
Fancy.
6, 7. 12, 13, 14. All right. This is a designer home comforts and housewares from Thurid. It's got consumer and it's got luxury tags, so at least that will balance out. Because March does have -2 for consumer and +2 for luxury. That makes this a 3d6 plus 5 roll. And a quick little description of
Oh
that.
come on!
Amazing.
This is clearly the designer home comforts, and they're also 75,000 a
damage.
unit.
Amazing, y'all.
Okay, so the take-home lesson here is let me roll with my selling like Ginger roll with my buying.
Yes. Should those have really been at +7? Seems a lot.
The first one's yes. So the way that actually no, it should have been minus your 4. So
So
I
-1.
yeah, that still would have
Oh, it's still high.
yes.
It's still
I was gonna say,
high.
still
It's
would've been-
15.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's not quite as crazy.
Wait, hold up. So that should have been a -4 instead of a +7.
It should have been a -4 instead of a +4, but then +3.
Okay, so a -1.
So -1 overall, which takes
Yeah,
the 16
15.
to 15.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because when we're buying,
Yeah, your expertise
the
works
4 that we
for you.
provide is a minus. It
Mhm.
works in our favor.
Yeah, I thought those numbers were a bit.
A little bit high.
I thought there was something weird going on there.
I mean,
Oh,
they're still both very expensive. To the point
Oh,
that
yeah,
we
of
can't afford
course.
them.
Yeah, no, of course.
Yeah.
Wait, you don't want to buy a single unit of glowing guinea badgers for what our entire ship fund plus all our personal funds?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
All right. That's the market. Those are the whims of the market on March right now.
The whims of the market are fuck you guys.
The in thing is glowing guinea badgers and this kind of translucent pastel, again glowing furniture.
Glowing so hot right now.
Glowing
Oh,
is
yeah.
so hot right now. Yes.
I wonder if we covered the basic parts in LEDs, would they sell better?
Yeah. Just
noticing
get
a market
get some fluorescent paint and pray, you know.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
this is native art that we've painted neon green.
I'm gonna go over
I mean,
to
it was
John real
already-
quick. Oh, go ahead.
No, that's fine. It was just going to be another quip.
I'm gonna go over to John real quick. John doing some groundwork, trying to find what's been happening with Zoe and Cassian, or just Zoe.
Zoe mostly, but in places where they're mentioned together, that too.
Doing trying to look into what's been going on with Zoe will inevitably find out some things about Cassian. It's just a matter of where is the focus. So, how does John want to go about this? Is he just performing regular searches? Is he trying to get news from people sources?
Primary sources would be news, whatever news was posted in the previous period of time,
Okay.
and then after that, looking for someone that's like been around here for the, I guess, local politics stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll. It's either a program or an admin check with intelligence.
Okay. By the way, can you guys hear me okay? I switched to a different device.
Yeah, no, it's loud and clear.
Mm.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
Okay.
Mm.
Significantly better.
Yes, it is.
50% better.
So what John can find, and bearing in mind that Lamiera it has a very strictly controlled internet. Things that people in positions of power do not want proliferated can actually get erased. It's not like modern day where if it's on the internet, it's there forever. Lamiera controls information very heavily, including incoming information. There will simply be news that is received by that galactic mandate beacon out there, is transmitted to the news, disbursement stations or other beacon satellites, and gets deleted.
Big Brother's watching you.
So bearing that in mind, John sees a lot of positive interaction and information about Zoe LaRue. Pull up my dates here. Actually, I had intended to call it the session when we actually got onto Lamiera proper. So let me do that. Instead of trying to spend time searching out the information that I did not get a chance to organize better. It's in one of my documents. I think I know where it is, but it should be in my GM journal for quick and easy access. I'm going to move on with your role to connect with people and get the word from the ground. Go ahead and roll for that wisdom or charisma and connect.
Word from the ground. The ground can talk?
Yes. Especially in places like Lamiera.
Huh.
Okay. All right. Those are both excellent results. And I will have more detail for you at our next session.
Solid.
Tourism. So before we close out for the day, let's hear a little bit about what Elise and Douglas are getting up to. We'll find out if they're roaming around together or separately. And I'll set the ground, let's set the stage here a little bit. Well, once you get out of the bustling port where trade is happening, cargo is moving, and it's it's not quite as clean as the brochures are tried to tell you it would be. You emerge into an absolutely beautiful, pristine city. You can see law enforcement walking around, and they are in very non-threatening and peaceful-looking uniforms of white and soft blue. They are carrying weapons, but they're also, it's not the threatening black Glocks that guns are normally associated with, or gunmetal gray. It's it's a laser pistol or a laser rifle in very, very select areas that is looks more like a stormtrooper's. It's white. Stormtrooper's probably not the best analogy, but it's a good look for a gun.
Yeah.
It's
not classically threatening. It's just a fucking laser.
Yeah. You also see people with glowing streaks in their hair or on their clothes. Their backpack is glowing. They're a complete outline of a human being glowing. You do see someone get stopped and told that they are glowing too much by these law enforcement, and they adjust their clothing so it's a little bit dimmer.
Light pollution is real, y'all.
Excuse me, sir, you're too shiny. Please stop.
And getting away from the brighter lights of the port area, you can also see the sky has kind of iridescent, oily glimmer to it. It's very, very faint, but it's like somebody took a clear coat gloss paintbrush with just a little bit of pastel oil in it, and just stroked across the sky. I was trying to find a better word than stroked, but I couldn't. That is the halo that Lamy era is constantly traveling through. And you can see, when you look up, you can see where the planet's gravitational and atmosphere has pushed the gases out of the way, and they kind of swirl around in little gas tide pools or whirlpools. You do have to look very closely for it. It's going to be magnificent at night. Things are clean. Streets are clean. There's nobody running around yelling, screaming. You haven't seen any homeless. Or even
That just
anybody
makes me think
looks
they're
like
hiding
they're
them
walking around like they could be homeless. Yeah.
That just makes me think they're hiding them somewhere.
Yeah, like in houses.
Ha ha.
Yeah.
Alright, so with that arrayed before Douglas and Elise, what are they doing?
Well, I want to get glowed up.
I was not expecting that.
You gotta blend in, right?
Yeah.
And apparently, to blend in, you gotta stand out.
I was gonna say, to blend in, you need to look like a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Hey, seasonal.
Yeah.
Glowing is hot
It's
right
season.
now. And there are a few nearby merchants
We've
who have
established that.
jumped on the trend.
Tell me about it.
It is Douglas does not have to go far out of his way at all to buy
obviously a temporary glow up.
Yeah, it's a temporary glow up. You can get a dye through his hair that will give it a glow for up to 3 days.
What color?
Pretty much any neon color that you want.
Oh, let's see.
Get a little bit of a black light effect. It's not actually black light.
Yellow.
All right. Now is he going for an all yellow? Is he getting yellow clothes and?
No, I'm just doing like a yellow streak down the middle on the hair.
Okay.
Neon blonde.
Yeah, Neon Blonde is actually the name of it.
Ah.
Oh yeah. I always wondered how I look as a blonde.
The shopkeeper
I mean,
or the merchant is all flattery. Is very positive and is assuring Douglas that this is definitely the right look for him.
Because he wants you to buy more.
you know, you don't really have to sell me on it. I don't really actually care if I look good. I'm just having some fun.
Nice.
Nice.
You know what they say, when in La Miera.
Do as the Lamiera. Yes, they do say that.
The La Mierans.
There's no response.
Do they also say La Miera wasn't built in a day?
Oh,
Or was it actually built in a day?
Well, you know, with
yeah,
the way that colony ships work,
yeah.
they
I mean,
kind
yeah,
of
think about it.
unfold.
All trade
So
routes lead to
essentially
Lamiera.
today.
um,
That one's actually probably pretty true too.
Right?
yeah.
And all these sayings, they just work. I guess why they're so popular. They work in just every situation, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Does the native language of the Lamierans sound suspiciously similar to Latin by any chance?
No, the native language is actually British English. But
Huh.
almost
Okay,
all of the merchants, at least this close to the port, will speak a variety of languages.
Okay, of all the accents that I expected, the place that we're comparing Rome to be, British English was not one of them.
Well,
Also, when you say British English, do you mean like posh Queen's English or Ned on the streets in London British English?
1,000 years in the future, British English.
So probably a mix of both, but mostly the latter.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It is one of the more highly regarded languages. More noble in bearing.
Are we keeping the
Yes.
what do you call it? The non-symmetrical
Yep.
understanding there.
Keeping it.
So if you speak Spacer English, you can understand British English. But if you speak British English, but you don't speak Spacer English, you don't understand Spacer English.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, it's basically
Wait,
what
say-
happens
wait, say-
when
wait,
you
say
and I
again.
talk viral.
Funnily enough, I was about to say, could you repeat that, Miyuki? I heard all the words, but I don't think I quite understood the concept.
You're right, yeah, because we're speaking Spacer English over here.
Aha.
So if you speak British English, you may not understand Spacer English.
Okay.
What about Elise? What's Elise getting up to?
I think Elise is just, this is the first place that seems relatively normal to just be able to go out and just be social. So that's what she's doing. She's just going to, bars, clubs, that sort of thing, just trying to see as many people as possible and kind of forget everything else.
Okay. Does she get glowed up? Before you answer that, since you're hesitating, she is propositioned for a glow up.
I'm so glad you added for a glow up. Wait, that's not a euphemism, is it?
Nope, it is absolutely not. There are if she's going out and if she's socializing, then there are completely innocent contacts and conversations and engagements along the way there where somebody has said something about I would really like to see pink in your hair, and there's no hidden meaning behind that. It's just
You seem to be going to excessive lengths to clarify that this isn't a sex thing.
because you brought it up.
You're the one who
I
made
think-
it weird.
I think
A
the
simple
important
no
thing
would have sufficed.
here-
Fair.
I think the important thing here is, am I gonna stick out more if I don't?
Yes.
Then there is a bit of begrudgingness to it, but yeah.
Fit in much better at the scene.
She does not want pink. No.
She got the blacklight hair.
Yeah. I would have thought blood red if anything would have suited Elise.
No.
No?
That's too bright.
Hmm.
was
I
thinking
believe that's
maybe-
the point.
Maybe a dark blue.
Well, that's the other thing I was thinking.
Okay.
I mean, I think if it's going to glow, it's going to be pretty bright.
Well,
Mm.
Yeah,
not
but like,
necessarily.
I don't want it to be like a
Make it dark.
neon color, you know, like
But there could be shades that they can turn her hair where it's not glowing so much, but is more just imparting an iridescent visibility. Like, if you saw her in pitch black, you would say, oh yeah, I can see her hair. Obviously, it's glowing. But under normal light conditions,
You're
it's
right, yeah.
just imparting a little bit of blue and or purple to the shifting, strands of her black hair. If that's what she wants.
that is what she wants.
Would Percy and Darcy be approached for a glow up while they were merging? Would John?
Not so much.
suppose.
The port and trade
The
area.
touristy. Yeah, like I said, it's more the touristy area. Yeah.
Yeah, the port and trade area is there's a lot more in and out. There's ships that are dropping off cargo, and they're from other cities. They're not necessarily following this trend in House LaRue.
Okay. No, I was just wondering because I thought it'd be funny for Darcy to get a bright green streak through her already green hair.
She
I mean, we'll be
can.
here a week.
Yeah, she can. It's not as like blatantly all over the place as it is for everyone who's gone outside the port so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, that's fine.
Yeah. I think it's something that like Das probably wouldn't be looking for, but if it was sort of in her face, or if someone suggested it, she probably would do it.
Nah, people are. I would say that most of your interactions while trying to find cargo that's to buy that isn't triple price or even double price, and trying to find merchants to offload your cargo, and kind of probably a little bit of frustration in the inability to actually find a good set of deals. You've got one merchant who'll pay a good price for a few units, but that arrangement comes packaged with this other merchant due to various local laws and such, who is gonna buy it for less, making the whole package deal not worth your time. I do like to look at trading in large bulk like this, as you're not usually selling it all to just one person.
Makes sense.
It's a mix of prices. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
'cause
there's
most
people and
Yeah, because most people won't have like 150,000 credits on hand to pay for the art like that.
right, and they're so entangled with each other that you can't really just separate out the one guy who will buy it
Yeah.
for triple price.
Yeah,
If he
because
really needs
he probably won't have enough money to cover it all,
Right. Yeah.
especially not a triple price.
Yeah. Okay. That feels like a good place for me to call it done on my part. Is there anything else that any of you want to add?
Demon's legs. Did we find a cyberware clinic anywhere?
Oh yeah, Demon's legs. Yeah.
Those are important.
That's something that I think Percy and Das could easily have pulled up and looked into while you're doing the other trading stuff.
I'll be real. That's what Percy was looking for.
Okay, yeah. Perfect then. There's a handful of well-recommended cyberware clinics. You know that they're going to be clean. They're here.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of regulations and enforcement to make sure that they're safe and clean, and that no incidents ever occur. Now, why don't you roll me a... What would paranoia be? Let's go ahead and roll wisdom notice.
You mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Or heal.
I think, yeah, notice is better.
Okay.
So I will go with that. Come on.
Your streak
You just rolled 2
continues.
ones or something. Yep, 2 ones. 2 ones.
Honestly, my dice have just been cursed for the last month or so.
Yep, yeah. You can roll
You know,
5s
it's
and
like-
6s and stuff, but only when you want to roll low.
Have you tried? Have you tried typing it in like English instead of British?
Very funny.
Oh man. Yeah, no.
You realize because British English came first, the distinction between British English and American English is like, I saw it compared once to traditional Chinese and simplified Chinese.
Yeah.
Is it? But isn't I want to say I've heard somewhere like current American English is more similar to the original British English than British English is.
Yeah, yeah. American English is derived from an older British accent.
And ours hasn't changed as much.
I don't think it's deviated as much from that as the British accents now have. Yeah.
Regardless, I rolled a 3 for my notice, so
Yep.
I don't notice what I'm hoping I'll notice. Das or Dima notice anything, perhaps?
If Das is paying attention, I'll give Das the same roll.
Please, Das, please.
Yeah.
You mean a 3?
How about 13?
Damn it!
No.
It's got a 3 in it.
Question.
Hey, Dad, I got a bad feeling. You notice
you know what?
anything?
You know what? It's a good thing that I picked Warrior because otherwise I wouldn't be able to hit shit in a fight.
Question. Would Das have rolled higher with heal instead of notice?
With heal instead of notice, yes, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause you
heal
had
is
that
+2,
option.
notice is 1.
Oh, rub it in.
So that's a
Yeah.
14.
Yeah.
So
Rub it in, why don't you?
there's a very specific lack in the information. There's a very not glaringly obvious, but it's something that Das is able to discern about the way that the cyberware clinics are being presented, and it kind of goes. It kind of spreads across a lot of the medical work and descriptions around here. It's not being said, but there's clearly something that happened which caused an increase in the amount of facilities are safe and clean and have been approved by such and such regulatory board.
Right.
Something
Yes.
happened, and now there's disclaimers. Oh, the best example, even though I think you've already gotten it, is the warnings on McDonald's coffee cups. Caution, this is hot. Like, no.
Yeah, contents may be hot.
Yeah, no shit. We know that.
Or the bag of peanuts that contains nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
May contain nuts.
Make
Yeah,
it-
I'd be more
Oh
worried
yes,
if it didn't contain
yes, it may contain nuts. It's like,
I'd be more worried if it. I'd be more worried if it didn't contain nuts.
yeah,
exactly.
yeah. It's more subtle than either of those, but it is present and looks like an identifiable pattern to Das and to Percy once
Once
if
it's
Das
pointed
knows.
out.
points out.
Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely would. She'd be like, "Huh, that's the same wording. Huh, okay, they're all putting this word in it."
Something happened.
Yeah, so it's basically like someone had some sort of mishap, and therefore they're all saying warning that there may be a mishap, like that, roughly.
No,
Yeah,
it's
it sounds
it's
more like someone wasn't following the rules, and they've all started putting these in to say we're following the rules.
yes,
Right,
yeah,
right.
that's more like it.
Right. So hopefully nothing to worry about as long as we pick one of the places that affirms that they are following the rules.
Hopefully.
Is there anything particular to distinguish them to give an idea which one might be the better one to go for, or is it all just like 6.5 dozen?
It's for my purposes, it's six and a half, and a dozen of the other.
Okay.
I know
okay.
I mangled that.
A little bit, but it's okay. I got the point.
6 to 1 and a half dozen of the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're all more or less the same. Okay. In that case, I guess we'll go to whatever the newest one is. But Percy does have a thought in mind, right?
Percy does have what?
A thought in mind.
Okay.
So we'll should we roleplay it out or just describe it briefly?
Describe it briefly, and then we'll see if yeah, go ahead and start off with the description.
Sure. So basically, obviously we need to arrange for Neo to get his prosthetic legs, but Percy's also thinking of getting some cyberware. Not quite sure how much, depends on funding. But he's wondering if there's any any favors that we could do for the guy, or something like that, to get a potential discount. Like, does he need a favor done, or is there whatever, you know?
Alright, so you're basically just looking to negotiate on the price, either with,
if possible,
regular haggling or with services in kind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is great for me to know at the end of the session.
Yeah. Yeah, I suspect if it had been mid-session, it would have been like, okay, we'll roll some sort of skill. But if it's next session, you'd be like, well, there is actually a favor you could do.
I'm going to have you roll a skill, because you are trying to... You are trying to connect with someone.
Charismatically?
With charisma.
Yes. Okay, I'm kind of tempted to ask Ginger to open up my sheet and roll it for me, but no, I'm fine. I need to get rid of this bad luck somehow.
May as well be on trying to negotiate for cheaper cyberware.
Yeah, right. It's better to roll. It's better
placed for a terrible roll.
Yeah, it's better to roll garbage here than it is to roll garbage when I'm in the middle of combat. I'm typing it out manually though because I think these buttons are cursed. No, it's just my dice that are cursed. That's a 6.
Alright. I have noted the ask and the roll for pondering over the week. And I'll go ahead and end our session there.